Welcome to the My Wife is Going to Kill Me podcast.
The podcast where me and my friends talk about the number one thing that makes our wives want to kill us.
Toy collecting!
Transform and roll out. Transform and roll out. Transform.
That's America's ass.
And roll out. Transform. Roll out.
M-W-I-G-T-K-M. My wife
Is going to kill me.
M-W-I-G-T-K-M. My wife
Is going to kill me.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, wow, you are dumb.
All right, man's man. We'll see you on the flip-flop.
I tend to lash out to protect my loved ones.
Travis.
At least he's just giving it the old whoppity dop dop. It just keeps growing. And it's good stuff.
Oh, shoot.
Jeremy.
Don't encourage him. I hope the cat pisses on you.
You're reading again, aren't you?
I like everything, so just tell me stuff.
Steve.
I'm being misrepresented here. You got no power over me, you harpy.
Did you put a period at the end of that statement?
M-W-I-G-T-K-M. My wife
Is going to kill me.
M-W-I-G-T-K-M. My wife
Is going to kill me.
Let the good times roll.
Funny of the My Wife is Gonna Kill Me podcast. I ain't Steve, 'cause Steve ain't here. You got me, old Jeremy. You got Travis. How you doing, Trav?
Wonderful.
Then we got Pete. How you doing, Pete?
I'm doing well.
Seducer Cody, you in the house?
Yep.
All right,
Where's
he's in
his
the house.
microphone?
Did he get a mic?
Yeah, I got it still. So.
Oh, there he is. All right.
All right.
You can just hear the sexiness in his
You
voice.
can.
Just sounds hot.
He just sweats pimp juice.
So I was right. Episode 220. Is that true? Mm-hmm. It's like the 7.5th episode I've been on. So I don't know how many I've been on.
Still going strong.
Still going strong. As long as you guys keep letting me show up, I'm gonna keep showing up.
Loving it. How's Jeremy doing?
How's Jeremy doing? That's a good question. I think I'm okay.
We made it Facebook official that you're leaving Yard Sale underwear
Yeah, that's
to
true.
the dismay of thousands of fans.
Yeah, to a dozen fans, which are mostly family and friends. Yeah.
Okay,
They're the most supportive people in the world, family and friends.
It's true.
Yes.
Yeah, they won't buy anything that you're selling, but they'll support you with thoughts and prayers.
Isn't that the truth?
It's so true. They like support you like from a distance, you know? We got you, bro. But no, that's just it. That's all you get.
Jeremy sends us an invite to a local show. And
Yeah. Fuck you, Jeremy. I'm like, I love seeing all the strangers. That's great. But I just want to see a familiar face out there. Like, we got you, bro.
Yeah.
Nope. Not a one.
I liked it. No, I liked it. I liked the post.
There was a thumbs up, so I mean, there might have even been a heart. So if you put the heart there, yeah, I know that came from it. And the care emoji.
Oh, yeah.
But don't you fucking give me no laugh emojis, bitches.
319
What?
likes or loves or cares.
From my own personal
On your
page too,
personal
so that's
page.
pretty crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
90
I have like
comments.
1,000 friends, but like 300 of them. So
Right.
the rest of them could just
And
eat
there's,
my ass.
like I said, 90 comments. And there's some good comments in here, too. It's about time you were bringing them down. Nobody ever liked you anyways.
Yeah, that's all true.
I can't believe you think you're pretty. Like, I mean, there's a lot of good ones on there. So
I think I am pretty.
I think you're
Definitely.
pretty.
Yeah.
I had one of those weird moments that happened in front of Peter too the other day where
Where you thought you were pretty?
no,
Oh.
where I know my faults. We were sitting around a table with a bunch of grown men, and one of them said, "Hey, you didn't like my comment on your post."
Was that him?
No,
what
no,
happened
no, that
here?
called him
Explain.
out.
No, we're not talking about it. No, we're not going into detail.
Well, Pete, Pete, I've had a couple young people that have been riding around with me recently, and so they get to sit and spend some time with Peter, and then we will walk out and
Wait, at work?
at work.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Yes.
Listen. I just.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I've been on that website.
Yeah. All right.
So we will leave, and they'll say to me, "I'm really impressed with how quick Pete is." I'm like, yeah, he's something special. This was one of those moments where this grown man says, "Hey, you didn't like my comment on your post," and Pete's like, I can't even remember how it went down. Do you recall? Or you pretty much.
I don't remember. It ended with me screaming, "Love me, just love me."
Hey, you didn't like my it was just like, dude, you're 55. What the fuck, man?
This shit's important, man. That's how strong this social media shit is now. If you didn't, it's like seriously though. Like you look I will look. I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna pick this one friend who's been close to me over the years. Let's see if they liked or hearted or anything. Didn't even fucking react to that post. All right, bitch.
I love.
I'll remember this.
Apparently, it's like a social media faux pas to like comment without reacting.
It is. This I did not know.
I see it all the time. Oh yeah, comment without a like or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, I don't do that. If I'm gonna throw something snarky at you, I'm not going to care about your post. I'm gonna drop my snarky comment and I'm out. I'm moving on.
They need a middle finger emoji.
I agree.
That's
Because-
not happening.
Yeah, I know.
No.
They got the angry face, but that's sometimes it's a bit too harsh. It should just be kind
You're
of like,
you're like the angry face is worse than.
a.
You're like, I want the middle finger.
They need like a who gives a shit face, you know?
Can
Like
Can I have I want a goatsy? Can I get a goatsy emoticon?
I'll be honest.
This is where you can put that opinion right in my goatsy.
There is a middle finger emoji.
Yeah, but
Well,
but,
but not-
like
he
not
means
on
on
the
Facebook,
select, you know what I mean?
like a.
Oh, I see.
you have like 5 options or whatever to.
I actually just love the angry one. Like I
Yeah.
do the angry one in like weird times, so people be like, "What?" the...
Well, you know who uses it a lot is
Matt Rodriguez.
Matt Rodriguez.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he's. I see everybody calls it the angry emoticon. I call it the pouty bitch emoticon because of Matt Rodriguez.
And you can just see him at home with his Mr. Burns smile,
Right.
like
Right.
just being upset.
that just hurt my feelings. Both of them. You know, I was just bitching before we went on air. I got a message today from a guy who owns a local business. One of my firefighters posted somebody looking for recommendations, and he said, "Don't use this company," and essentially called them crooked. Which, I mean, if you ask anybody else, that's exactly what everybody else says. And he wanted me to do something about it. Like, yeah, that's outside of my purview. Like, he's allowed to have opinions on Facebook. Like, I can't control that, you know?
Right.
And so then he wanted to go, oh, well, you know, that's slander. And I had to go, well, no, actually, it's libel. Because libel is written and slander is spoken. So you might want to get your shit straight before you come at me. But
Get off my tip, bitch.
right. Like,
I love how this is all over Facebook Messenger too. Like
Yeah.
you said, I mean,
and he screenshot. And we're not even friends on Facebook Messenger. So, but, any Hoosers.
Yeah, any Hoosers.
You played last night
I did.
in a gazebo, I
Yeah,
hear?
we played down at the marina.
Which marina?
The one off Lakeshore is. I don't know if it has a particular name.
I think I think they all have names, don't
yeah,
they? Or
probably.
just-
I
not
would
just
assume. Yeah,
marina.
Just going to the marina.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't pay attention to shit. I just show up.
and it don't matter because the show's done. So
Yeah.
we fucked up anyway. Why would I tell you where it was?
Right.
You two didn't come.
Well, it wasn't. It's not public anyway. Although the guy who hired us there, or whatever, he said he had like, I don't know, 40 different calls of people like wanting to know if they can go there and watch us and all this. And he's like, no, you can't.
Yeah, it's just for.
He's like, look at the park. There's no fucking parking out here. I couldn't even have people if I wanted them.
So who'd you play to then?
Members of the
Club,
the
the marina.
marina
That's pretty cool.
and their
Okay,
guests.
I'm
People
sorry.
people who own boats.
So here's where I have to just say something. I've been to yard sale underwear shows.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoyed myself
Mm-hmm.
thoroughly. boat people, a lot of times associated with, you've got boat people like fishermen, right?
Yes.
They fish out of their boats. And then you've got really good fishermen who like have matching decals on their truck that's the same as on their boat. Because
Okay.
they're sponsored, right? Those are hardcore fishermen. Which, anyways, moving on. If you have a boat in a place that stays on the water, you're normally of a certain echelon of like monetary value.
Yes.
And
yeah.
you're normally
You're usually
okay. I'm gonna
pretty.
say it. You're a rich snob.
You're a
normally.
rich. Yeah, you're
if
a
you're a
pretty
yacht
rich
club,
snob.
rich snob yacht clubber,
Yeah.
like I don't see Sandy with all of her pearl necklaces, you know, singing "Uptown, fuck you up the butt." You know what I mean? With yard sale underwear.
Yeah, we censored ourselves. They were kids.
Okay. So there is a not. You guys can do clean.
Oh yeah, yeah. We had
The band shall Montague, I'm sure you did clean.
yeah. Like instead of saying like
Okay.
hot damn, we say
Right.
hot darn or hot dog. You know, depending on the
Okay.
moment.
How the hell do you do that when you're
When you're,
ripped?
when
Yeah.
you're bombed.
Yeah.
You just have like
Your
it's in
10
the back of your head.
fireball
You just
shots
know.
in.
Oh,
Oh,
you
no.
don't take 10 fireball shots at a family event.
Then why would you go?
I don't
So
know.
here's
For the
deal.
money.
If I don't have 10 shots, I can't even deal with my family. Travis is like, wait, restraint? No, we don't do that.
Why?
Ever since I almost died a couple of years ago, I'm just balls to the wall all the time. Yeah, that's right.
Who can blame him?
That's right. I had 3 fucking Bacardi Razzes tonight, bitch. I'm blown out.
Have you ever tried Zima?
No, I don't like anything bubbly.
No, because I'm not 14.
Well, but he's in his like 14-year-old drinking stage.
That's
Facts.
true.
So,
That is true.
I don't know if they still make Zima, but that's why I asked because back in the day that was kind of like the
What's less grown up than drinking Zima?
Boone's Farm.
Not drinking Zima because it's too bubbly. So that's. Hey, man, you ever had a Zima? No, the bubbles tickle my nose.
Yeah, the bubbles tickle my nose. I
can't do
can't
it.
do it.
It's too bubbly. It is too bubbly.
Never once have I tried to act like I was even remotely close to a man. Okay?
Well, you had a chainsaw once. I don't own a chainsaw, so you're a little
know.
bit manlier than
It's
me.
pretty manly to fight invisible goblins with a stick.
Do you ever put a guy in handcuffs? That seems kind of manly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like it's got to be a little bit dominating.
You know, I joke
bit.
about Travis not being a real cop. Travis is a real cop.
right? Yeah.
Travis is a sleeper.
Yeah.
Travis is kind of at the back of the group, and you know that as soon as that switch gets flipped, like shit's going down.
Yeah,
for
shit's
real.
going down.
It's going down for real. Doobie handcuffing bitches, and like, he would be the guy in the pursuit because he just doesn't give any fucks about the car because he always has the oldest car, so he'd be like curb jumping and sliding like it's.
We need like a 48 hours movie or something with Travis as one of the main stars. I mean, I would watch one with you two definitely.
Oh,
but-
dude, Travis is that guy. He might sit the bench the whole game, but he's gonna come out and he's gonna dunk like right on somebody's fucking face, to win the game.
with the balls hitting their face as
Yeah.
he goes over them.
And that's what ends up like on his sports card, or his crotch is just right in somebody's dome. That's my Travis.
Sniff my ball funk, bitch.
Well, it wasn't that funky because I'd sat the whole game. I hadn't really sweat yet, but
But I did shower that day either, so
Wanted to seem like I was doing something.
that's true to life. I did not shower this morning either. I was like, man, I'm gonna jump in the shower, and I'm like, no, it's Jeremy and Trav. Like, I'm
Yeah,
just gonna
fuck
go.
them. Yeah, I haven't either. I still have last night's sweaty funk on me. So
what I'm hearing from both of you is, had Steven been here, you both would have showered.
No,
Right,
Oh, no,
Cody?
I
I
don't-
mean,
mm-mm.
yeah, I
I don't
think that's the truth.
I don't shower for Steve. I want my pheromones to be strong.
Steve doesn't shower either. That's where he tucks his shirt just to keep trap the odor in.
He did. He was on. He's like a superstar now. Of course, he's on.
Yeah.
He's on Mythic Mondays. He's on,
grown beyond this.
Yeah. He doesn't need us, of course, and that's why he's not here really. But
What the fuck's a Mythic Monday?
so,
I don't know. It's a thing though.
so
I've heard about it.
I thought it was on Wednesdays.
that's Mythic Customs.
Mythic Conversations.
Yes, Mythic Conversation. Sorry. Mythic Mondays is every other Monday on Instagram, featuring our very own Nate Strong and Trevor Williams.
Okay.
It's an Instagram thing.
Okay, so
Oh, that fucker's lurking in the comments, by the way.
Which
let
one?
me ask,
Steve.
Oh, of course.
let me ask
Probably
the
got 2 fake
losers
names.
of the world. What the fuck? Why are you so lame that you can sit and watch multiple fucking shows every week in the evening? Like, you ain't got shit else to do?
Yeah, it's kind of weird, ain't it?
Like, every Wednesday, every other Monday? Like, some of you are even on Sunday mornings with us? Get a life.
Right? What are you fucking doing?
Wow.
Like Steve right now, he's on his little vacation.
He's on
and
vacation.
Yeah, he's like,
fuck
I gotta watch.
So Steve delayed.
Love you, boo.
Pushed back his fucking vacation. Pushed back his vacation. Told his wife, "We are leaving a day later. Fuck you, so I can be on this with Jeremy."
Yeah.
But do you think he came home 10 hours early to be on this show with us? Fuck him.
He'll cancel PO2 at the drop of a hat for anybody else. That's fine.
Yeah, it's just
That's fine. I just like the attention when I get it.
Oh yeah, Potu's gonna get left on red here real quick.
It's gonna be just me sitting by myself, like, hey guys, remember PO2?
Isn't that what it is now anyway?
No, because sometimes I'm pretty. I need somebody to help steer me sometimes because I'm like,
Who's the guy that's always talking
Worthless.
dumb shit?
me.
Is Paul Linz the guy that's on Potu that I always argued with back in the day?
Yeah, he's suspiciously quiet now. Like
Okay.
he'll just
I just
show
thought maybe
up.
he would join you, like he could replace Steve.
Oh yeah, as long as we entertained his storyboards for his Motu movie.
So there is a couple things I want to bring up about him being on these shows. One,
Steven, you were
yeah,
saying.
Steve
Steven.
or Paul?
Okay.
Steven.
Okay.
Someone grabbed a screenshot of him and posted it. I'm pretty sure it was Curtis and
Oh yeah, with his wavy hair.
his wavy hair, but
Yeah.
he had again his shirt buttoned, literally to the top fucking button.
I didn't know this was like a thing until Laura corrected me. I was a top buttoner as well.
Uh-huh.
But I have like a weird pasty, hairy chest.
Jeremy, come on.
I know.
Jesus.
Nobody like.
Well, you're so. Do you want to know why it's like that? Because you button your shirts all the way up. Everybody wonders why Steven is so dumb. He's not getting blood to his brain. He's already wearing. He's got a 27-inch neck. He's wearing shirts that are a 22, and then he buttons them all the way. He's fucking hypoxic. He's gonna get brain damage.
So
or brain damage dirt.
his time on Mythic Conversations, I gotta tell you, there was a couple really funny things that happened.
So you watched it?
I watched almost all of it.
Okay.
Like we
Yep.
said, we talked about lame people that have.
Yeah. That's where I was going with it.
I just cracked open a Strongbow cider and got into it with the guys. So
Doesn't that have bubbles?
what?
No bubbles.
Okay, no
I
bubbles.
actually watch it while I'm at work the following day.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, I get paid to watch it. So-
You would have to pay me to watch it.
well, I will tell you,
Not because of Jeremy, because
no,
of Steve.
I love Jeremy Gerard. He is a magical piece of the toy world.
In my experience, anybody with the name Jeremy is pretty
Wonderful.
amazing.
Yes,
so.
exactly. I always thought they were the lamest fucks.
Yeah.
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 Until I met you two.
It's a horrible name, but we're all pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So.
The two I know that I love. So they're talking about the process of Steve and Emily creating these characters for Satan's Fire and Wolf King Customs. Okay?
Yes.
So they're talking about this process, and Steve says, "Yeah, I will just send a sketch to Emily, and then he works some magic." They put up one of these sketches that Steve drew.
Yeah.
It looked like someone drew it with their left hand and they're right-handed, and also held the pen like this.
And also don't know how to draw.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Steve doesn't know how to draw.
And I'm looking at this thing going, and then I look at what Emily created.
Yeah.
And I'm like, everybody's going, Steve, oh man. God, Steve, good job. All those guys at Wolf King, they're like, Steve's such an integral part of this process. He's just wonderful. And I'm looking at this thing going, oh my gosh. They're just being nice to the dumb kid. I'm like, this. I
Just
experience
wants
it
to
all
be
the time.
included.
You know what I mean? Like, everybody's like, "Oh, Trav, it's okay. You tried." You know? I'm like, Emily. I mean, we know Emily is.
He's brilliant.
He is brilliant.
You saw the picture he made of me, right? With
Oh,
yeah, okay.
That's great.
All
And
right.
it's like he's one of those dudes that's like, I guess I'll just try this today.
Yeah,
And
it comes out in gold.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
Jesus, man.
And you know, like, you've got that musically. Like, our intro is amazing. I love it.
It's pretty good.
Cody has it from the text standpoint and what he's doing, you know, for us from there.
Right.
You, I would say, have it with your words.
I'm a funny guy. I'm a funny guy.
I put my words together in a great combination.
And here's Steve. This is my goblin.
It'd be the equivalent of like we're at a show and I do one of my best jokes and everybody's dying, and it's like a 4-minute premise about being fat. And Steve's like, "Yeah, I told him he should write a fat joke." Yeah. Yep.
I love Steve.
Oh, I wanted to screenshot it and, you know, put it then so we can put it on here, you know, but then I was like too lazy. you know?
Yeah, fuck, because I wasn't gonna watch that at all. So you would have been the guy.
I know. It's my bad. I'm like, man,
Dropping
if I
the
just-
ball, man.
If I had a place where visual
gotta-
content would be a good idea, that would be really smart.
You got to think of the show during the week too.
Hey, I show up. I show up.
That is true. You come here before everybody, so I'll give you that.
Well, someone has to remember the keys. So. I just always,
Everybody got a set of keys. I mean, except me, but you guys all got sets of keys, and like, still, you're the only one that shows up with them.
I'm also waiting for the day when I come and try to put the key in, and it just doesn't go in.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. We don't have the building anymore.
And we need to buy some new stuff.
Had to cover some bills.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. Well, that's been a show.
It's been fun. Cody's like, you mother.
You made me get up for this.
No, I'd be fine with that.
You sit right there and shut up, seducer.
Oh. Yeah, I think about Cody. You know, Cody, we've talked about Cody's still living the life. I mean, you're in a band and everything. Obviously, you're still rocking out. Bedtime at my house is like 9:30, 10:30. You know,
Right.
I'm getting tagged in all this drama on the Cabal, and I'm like,
There was drama in the Cabal.
I'm like, I'm not even gonna read this.
I'm more surprised by there being drama in the Cabal than I are that you went to bed at 9:30.
I am curious, like when this band thing's all done and everything, though, like how my weekends will change and everything. Like, am I gonna be like a 9:30 type of guy, or
Maybe you'll actually come over to my house and I invite you.
maybe? I think that could
He's
be.
still
a
going to take his
possibility.
shirt off and show us that deep white V.
You don't want that deep white V.
You have
Telling
no
you.
idea what I want.
I'm just telling you ahead of time. Keep your expectations low.
I don't know
and
how
we
to
can
have
some
any other
fun.
kind of expectation.
Why do you think I'm so happy?
Truth.
I told my wife, Heidi and I have had some fun conversations about expectations. Like, we have a friend who put it in a nice shower with a head on both sides of the shower, and we were talking about it, and I said, you do know that the expectation when he built that was he was going to have a lot of great sex in that shower, right?
Sure.
I mean, like,
If you had the expectation of having sex in the shower, you wouldn't have put your own place to be separate from each other. You would have put one big shower head that
So you have
both
to
you
keep
had to
walking
be
around
under.
each other and touching
Right,
and
and rubbing and touching and squeezing and squeezing.
yeah, so I get that part too, but I still think the expectation you put in a big nice shower, fuck off, whatever. Anyway, so the thought is that,
the
like,
thought is at least two people are supposed to be in there.
in that shower at the same time,
Sure.
which to me leads to sex. But
Right.
with that said, I said
It's
how
weird.
many.
I was in there with Travis the other day and nothing happened. So
Well,
Maybe
we're
I-
like this.
Maybe I need to change my expectations.
You got to soap up first.
So I said, how much sex do you really think they've had in that shower? Like, mostly, I think it's just him in that shower.
Yeah.
His wife likes taking baths.
He just washes his hair and washes his balls at the same time.
And it's like, I said, I think a lot of times, like, in my opinion, dudes very early in life realize their birthday really don't mean shit.
Right.
Okay. Like, we have this expectation at some point. Like, you're like, God, wouldn't it be great if one day someone on your birthday just fucking spoiled the shit out of you, right?
Sure.
We think like that, and you'd kind of want, and maybe you guys have someone that does that for you, okay?
But Laura does me pretty well.
Okay.
Right.
How well do you do Laura on her birthday?
I mean, as far as like attention and gifts and whatnot, yeah, I mean, of course. That's like the one day that you really have to.
Which one of you is better at it?
Oh, God. She's better at everything than I am. So,
All right. So you do get spoiled on your birthday, you're saying? Maybe not spoiled, but you get pampered.
Enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Peter?
So when it comes to gift giving, and so we celebrate a birthday is a big deal, anniversary is a big deal, anniversary of our first date is a big deal, and then Christmas I knock it out of the park. So I end up being better at it than my wife does.
I've heard some stories that you do, and it's like, wow, all right. I want
But
to be
my
your bitch.
wife works harder at it. You know what I mean?
You're saying you're
So-
just better. Like mostly everything, right? I mean, you're just better.
No, because what ends up happening is I go with confidence. She's going to like this, boom, and I do it.
Yeah.
Where she works really, really hard and sometimes kind of falls short of the glory because she's so worried that because I'm so hard to buy for or that I'm not going to like it, or it's a very big thing for her to make sure that I'm happy, especially because that one guy has a birthday right by me. What's his name? Jesus. And
Jesus who?
What?
Jesus who?
Gutierrez. It's actually pronounced Jesus.
Jesus,
But yeah.
yes.
And so no, my wife works very hard at it, and she is very good. She would be the one to say that I'm better at it when I think she's great.
I'm noticing a trend here. Cody.
You're a terrible human being.
You guys don't pay me enough to stay engaged.
That's why he needs a mic. So I will say that, there's always that in pop culture, right? There's always that kind of that stigma of you get something extra on your birthday. Oh, it's your birthday, so I'm going to do that. I don't normally do that. My wife, slut. So I get that stuff all year round. So there's not like anything that's like, oh, well, she does this for me on my birthday because it's my birthday. I get it all the time. So that's just a little bragging on my end.
I guess what I was thinking more along the lines of is I do spoil my wife on her birthday. It is very important to her, and almost in like a crazy kind of way where I might be going, if I forgot something one day,
She'd kill you.
She might kill me. Yes, I might die. Whereas
So you do it out of fear.
and love.
Right. Love.
Do I want my wife to fear me or love me? I want my wife to be afraid of how much she loves me.
So, but I don't get that same kind of reciprocation on my birthday, which I thought was going to be how most men are experiencing life, and now I'm finding out, no, I'm just the one getting shit on here.
She really
So
just
the
hates you.
one getting shit on Jeremy is the one that bought his wife not one but 2 vacuum cleaners for one Christmas.
I go hard.
Gee, I wonder why Travis is getting shit on.
Okay, so
Trying to send what kind of message here?
I will say yes, that happened for sure. She one day was like, "We need a new vacuum cleaner." I'm like, "Perfect, Christmas, boom, 2 vacuums." But as funny as that joke is, or that story, that's not all I bought her. I bought her jewelry and all these things, but the joke is, you bought me 2 vacuums for Christmas. And I'm like, well,
Wow, somebody's getting really defensive about the vacuums.
Yeah. What? Why did you buy 2 vacuums?
well, because I'm a thinker. Because one was a vacuumer,
Yeah.
the other one was the little one you could like shark you could carry, like if you're gonna do the steps or something.
Oh, okay. All
He
right.
was like, I wanted to make sure that bitch didn't neglect the stairs.
So,
Well, I'll tell you what I really learned from that Christmas. I'm the one that vacuums since then.
And then what
so
he
you
did
bought
is
yourself.
he bought
some
himself a
gifts.
Roomba. And now he doesn't do shit.
No, I do. Fucking A. When I'm sitting there reading my comic book, I'm
That's
vacuuming.
right. That's right. You know what? Because then not only did he buy a Roomba, then he fucking replaced his whole upstairs with floating floor. No more fucking carpet.
I'm sitting there one day reading a comic and on my door, buddy walks in. He goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "Vacuuming."
Duh.
The fuck does it look like I'm doing? Hey, okay, so yeah, vacuum's not a great gift. In that same time frame, my birthday is November 3rd. Buys me this nice little pocket knife. Unfortunately, it's little, which is okay. Okay, but when you're me and you're trying to compensate for something,
Sure.
you want a big knife.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't want a little knife.
Yeah.
You know, I get why other dudes might like that little knife.
Look away from my small penis and look at this large weapon.
So she gets me that. I'm like, "Thank you, dear." It stays in the package. I put it in my drawer. Christmas. When's that again? December 26th?
Yes.
December 25th. So I'm opening a package. It's the same little knife.
Wait, was it the exact same?
I stand up, go into my room, open my drawer. There's the knife.
Okay.
She literally
Still in the
bought me-
package, the first one.
So I walk out and I go, "What, you liked it so much that you?" I never opened the other one. I'm like, "You liked it so much that."
It was buy one, get one half on.
She had no memory of buying that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So then, the next birthday or Christmas, she buys me a basketball. I mean, you guys know I'm a baller, right?
The balliest.
So I open this and I'm like, "Bitch, I love you," but I was like, "Bitch, I love you." But what in the fuck? And she goes, "Well, when you guys play basketball, you're always talking about, I got to find the person that has a ball." And I'm like, "Yeah. That doesn't mean I want a fucking basketball.
I don't want to be the guy they rely on.
I don't want to be the guy bringing the ball all the time."
Now I have responsibility.
A gun rack.
I don't even have a gun to go on the
Let
gun rack.
alone many guns to necessitate an entire rack. What am I going to do with a gun rack? Psycho hose beast.
Yeah.
Wait a second. I miss Steve, says Eric Munoz.
Oh.
Can I put him on the
Oh,
list?
put him on the list. Put him on the list.
Fuck you, Eric Munoz.
Oh, yeah. On that list.
I'm putting it on Steve's list, and he can choose if he stays or not. But he's going on that motherfucker. How dare you say that shit? We're doing our fucking best, all right? Steve's the only one who can hold this show together, apparently.
No, that's not true.
No, he's told us that.
Who's told us that?
Steven.
So it's true if he says it.
It is the Lord's gospel.
And it shall be so.
How you doing, Peter?
Good. I'm not going to call him Lord unless we are actually standing on his property. Just so you guys know. And just so you're aware, him and I can't both fit on his property simultaneously. So,
You could probably both put your toes into it.
yeah.
Bet all four of us could just
Put
put
my
our
toes on his land and my ass in his hand. That's how that song goes, isn't it?
I don't know what song it is, but I like
Zac
the words
Brown.
already. Well, that's been a show.
Wrap it up.
So you mentioned there was some drama in the Cabal. What's that all about?
Well, let's talk a little bit about the toy drama.
Let's talk about my
He says there's a little thing that says toy drama up there.
and it was an
That's cool.
exploding. That's sweet.
He does a good job.
So reminiscent of yesteryear and some of the great tag team battles, my ginger Andre Kelman drug along my homie Derek Ayers for a little action in the Cabal Arena. It was magical. And people were so upset with Andre. And then that one guy kept replying to him. And I'm like, how many times are you going to keep sticking your dick in that hole? Like, what are you doing? You are outgunned and you are outwitted. You are outmanned, homie. It's time to just move on. Go to a He-Man group and start some shit.
And where did Pete? Can you refresh everyone's memory since I'm not seeing it? What did this stem from?
This stemmed from another in-stock sale inventory. They should do better. They don't care about us. If they really wanted to be a successful business, they would make sure there's more product available for everyone, or else their company's going to fall apart and they're going to end up living in boxes on the streets. Not Megalopolis boxes, though, because they've already gone out of business. Some
were
other
nice
type
boxes,
of boxes. Maybe premium DNA boxes. I don't know. I'll have to ask
Yeah,
Pat.
buddy, can't wait for those mad balls.
But it essentially was yet another whiny bitch. I came in late. I want to get what I want, and you need to change your business practices to take care of me. Do you honestly think they had a bunch of King Bromden lying around that they were just holding on to? You know, these people don't fucking get it. And the sense of entitlement in that place is... There was more than one comment that Pete was right. This is a fucking sinking ship. And that sucks because the Cabal was great, but
It still is great, but it's very hard when you have so many people. I just want to read a little bit of this post.
Tear it up.
Jason Olson. Trigger warning.
Uh-oh.
But truth must be spoken. I am a new collector to this line and see numerous things every day about newer people than me joining. I got into the line after Area 3rd pre-orders had closed. I now believe that when they have the Area 3rd in-stock sale, it will basically serve as an intelligence test for them as a company.
that's insulting.
If there is not enough product like there was for all Star Waves 3, then they are ill-prepared for the clear and apparent growth they are experiencing. I would be curious to know how many more members are there from those from close of pre-orders to now. I'm sure all the people who have been collecting this line from the beginning of time will scoff at this, but if they are not prepared for noobs who want their product when they are sorely letting us down. If anything less than being able to order the wave for the first 30 minutes does not occur, then they are letting us, the new Cabalers, down. I love this line, love the figures, and love the Cabal, but now they need to show they love new collectors.
Okay, so Jason, here's what I'd like to say to you. You're absolutely right. And what you should do is you should reach out to the Horsemen and let them know that they need to order 15,000 units, one unit being one full wave of Aether, and then pay them up front for all of them, and then they will pay you back for the ones that sell. So then they don't get stuck with $100,000 in inventory because one person like you thought they should have more to make sure they're available for everybody, and then end up having a business collapse because they have to sell it for pennies on the dollar. So if you will guarantee that you'll buy all of the surplus that doesn't get picked up to ensure you and all of your buddies who came into this late will get your figures, then shut the fuck right up. And if you're on here, please comment, Jason. I'd love to hear what you have to say to that.
Hear, hear.
It did get pretty entertaining in the comments, of course. I will say a few of our friends were right there.
Spot on.
Yeah,
Let me guess, we had an Ackerman in there?
As you can imagine.
Old Dirty Curdy.
If nothing else, this team of assholes here has a hell of a cheerleading squad. And they put out. And that's how I remember the cheerleaders from high school, because I may have ended up pregnant.
Go to you.
Jeremy, it wasn't my fault. Okay, so when we were in high school, there were cheerleading outfits, right?
Yeah.
They had the little boy shorts, and the skirt was not a skirt. It was basically a belt with flaps of material that just hung from it.
Yeah.
They weren't connected at all up the sides, so you give a little and it just opened up, and it was like, hey.
You no longer needed a belt.
Yes. Yes.
The pants just stayed right up.
Yes. So...
I feel you, brother.
So hot.
Cody, you are going to love this because the website got brought up in this post. We got some free advertising.
Love it.
Yep. Scott Scott the Scott, said, I mean, look at this markup. Absolutely insane. $125 for a horse? There are local comic shops scattered throughout the country with better deals. Just no online ordering. Yet some have offered to facilitate through phone calls at least. And he screenshots mywifeisgoingtokillme.com.
Nice. I did not see that, or else I would have
So
lit
was
that
he a listener,
motherfucker
or was
up.
he just looking for horses and then just found
Who
that
knows?
website?
Yeah, who knows?
That's curious.
Yeah. And of course, then there's people trying to get like, dude, if they paid this for it, they paid that. Which TJ Cole, I sounds like a great guy, and he was trying to like speak logic to this person. Oh no, that shit is marked up high.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
yeah, I mean, it's marked up high, and I don't care. Like, and I've talked with the other guys about this, that I'm like, listen, I'm not in a hurry to sell it.
Right.
I'll sit on it, and if I want to bring the price down, I will. If not, I'll sit on it.
Let
And
the
this is
in-stock sale go, and then when all these people don't get it, because the Horseman didn't make enough to make us all happy, I must now buy from Travis's website at huge markups.
it just blows my mind.
Fuck you, Trav.
I just love that you're just like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
And I didn't even see that in the comments. I mean, there was a shitload of comments in that.
Yeah,
of
I went
course.
over there and was checking it out for a second. But
Is it down now?
I think it's still up, but the comments, I think comments are turned off. Which I agree with. I think sometimes these posts you just kind of got to squash them. But with that said, it's like, guys, the things you whine about, we all love our toys. We're all man children, okay, and women children too. And we know this, like it, but I just don't understand this going after these companies, especially like the things that the Horsemen do. Do we wish they made more product? Yeah, we all wish that.
Sure.
But
you understand why they don't.
we totally get why they don't.
Well, we as a society don't, obviously.
Right.
We in this room
understand
get it.
But
But I don't get where that comes from. This like entitlement aspect that we're seeing like more and more. And we don't ship. We take orders for about 2 weeks, then we'll have a ship day, and then we ship stuff.
yeah.
A couple times it's been a little bit longer. Sometimes it's quicker. It just, you might be the guy that got lucky. You ordered and we are shipping that, and the people who buy from us, they've been super good. Like but people have gotten so used to 2-day shipping.
Right.
Yeah.
They think that's, and now shit, like we ordered something on a Friday night and it showed up at my house yesterday, Saturday. I mean, it's gotten to now.
In our geographic area, if you order by a certain time, you can get same-day shipping depending on the item out of the GR distribution hub. So, and again, it's a limited amount of items, and it's a time, but that's a real thing. You can order something and have it delivered that day.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing. But that's not how everything works.
No.
And
No.
people have become where they, and and we've talked about this, and if it wasn't for my friends, my close friends who I do enjoy the Facebook experience with them, and then our people, our listeners, I would probably be on Facebook 3 times now a week tops.
Yeah.
I just am starting to get where I'm like, wow, I'm starting to feel like an old man who.
Well, it's because it's become every fucking group, everything. It's just a bunch of whining and bitching about the same shit. Like, it'd be something if it was just like one guy. It was like, hey, I don't understand this and I'm upset. Okay, here's the education. Now you know why. But then it's like an hour later, there's somebody else. You know what I have to say? The fucking He-Man groups are crazy about the fucking Kevin Smith show and all that stuff right now. The Turtle groups are, it's the cost of the Super 7 stuff versus the availability of the NECA stuff. And then and it just keeps going out, the G.I. Joe stuff. And it's like,
This is exactly why I could never be a teacher. You mean to tell me I got to teach these fucking kids to read? I just taught these other kids how to read. And next year I'm going to have to do it again. When do these people just fucking know how to read when they get to me?
Can't these kids just pick it up from the previous class?
God damn.
Travis, when was that comment posted?
I just went back 40 posts and couldn't find it.
That's the best way to do it is if you went into the Cabal. And
No, was it yesterday?
No. It was
A few days ago.
It had to be a few days ago because it got brought up to us a day ago, so it was at least a day ago.
I think right after that we had an order of $500.
Someone's like, thanks.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We just shipped two.
I feel so bad for you all the way to the bank.
We just sold 2 horses.
Well, the people that are happy usually aren't gonna pipe up.
Yeah.
So they're gonna see stuff like that and go,
Well, I'm happy.
all right,
I
well,
still
I'm gonna
pipe
jump
up.
on that shit. Well, I said, okay, well, most people. There's gonna be the occasional person trying to educate somebody else, but then again, that usually falls upon deaf ears because that's the society we live in now.
I feel like any group where your numbers start to grow, you're gonna have issues. I hate to say it, but I love that the support group is whatever 300 people or whatever. I love it because, like, don't get me wrong. There's some people that are just like they're in it and watch the show, and we have no idea who they are. But for the most part, we pretty much know because of social media the majority of people that are in there.
Right.
Yeah.
And when we've had issues, but
yeah, people reporting modern wonders.
What did I miss?
someone reported modern wonders.
There was it was marked as spam.
Matt's.
No, it wasn't Modern. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
you
It wasn't
did.
Modern Wonders. I'm getting that confused with the Dooch. It was the Dooch episode. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They asked him to be on the show. He's pretty much one of them now. It's because Rodriguez has been on fucking Legends of Grayskull more than he has on Potu. So, fuck him. Fuck him right in the ass.
All of them, right?
Yeah, anybody
Line
with
'em up.
anybody with the name Matt or Matthew.
Now people are just gonna be reporting everything.
Right, I know. That's what it's going to be a trickle down effect. Like, fuck.
We created this. What were we
What did
thinking?
we do?
It's hard because toy drama is like is some of people's favorite part of this podcast. Like, we have people tell us that, and CB's one of them. CB's like, I love toy drama. It's like one of my favorite parts.
Right.
And I'm like, we love it too, but it kind of gets where I'm like, I'm tired of reading these whiny bitches. And don't get me wrong, I love to make fun of them.
Brings you down.
Well,
the
toy
negativity.
drama used to be like just like a random post where somebody's like ripping into somebody or whatever. It's like, but now it's like it's so easy to find. It's kind of become predictable as to what it's going to be. So,
Well,
will you
somehow-
guys just start some random shit and some random groups and then tag us in it? Because
Somehow Travis is like so good at it though. Not toy news, but toy drama.
Horrible at toy news. It is funny though, because like Cody just sent me a meme the other day, and it was some like deep shit. So
Tauntaun penis.
not quite, but it was more about like when you find your actual self, you realize that the money and toys really don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
And I do feel like, and I'm not saying I found my actual self by any means, but I'm getting to the point where, and don't get me wrong, I still love toys. I enjoy them, but I'm the love of all these lines is definitely,
yeah.
And now it is becoming where I'm kind of sitting here going, and I know you're, where I'm just might be the guy that now is collecting Mythic Legions. Cosmic will change that, of course,
Right.
but I'm
It's still under
What
the
if Cosmic
Legion's
is-
umbrella, though.
yes.
What if Cosmic is dog shit?
Could be.
I mean, I love the guys. They're super great. Odds are it's not going to be, but what if it is?
Yeah.
Let's be realistic. How many great bands had a fucking terrible sophomore album?
I mean, that's true.
You
Yeah,
know?
but the Horsemen aren't on their sophomore album. They're on their.
Well, Metallica put out Load 6 albums in, so
I love Load.
I loved Load too. Maybe I should say Metallica put out Saint Anger 7 albums in. So
Well, no, because if Load was 6, then Reload had to be 7.
they were kind of the same.
You guys didn't like Saint Anger?
When it first came out, I did, because I was like, it's heavy, they're back. And then I listened to it a few more times and went, hey, where's the solos? And then I went, God damn it, that drum is annoying. And then I went, he is really out of tune here. And then I put on headphones and I went, oh my God, you can hear like noise in the background and like, this sounds like a hyper fucking quality demo. It's pretty crap.
Oh, I didn't mean to.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have some thoughts, okay?
I've only heard Saint Anger off it, and I thought that was
Oh no, there's a whole
Like, I like
fucking-
that song.
There's a whole goddamn album.
Could either of you sing it for me real quick so I can remember it? Because I the name is familiar, but I need a little
Saint Anger?
Yes, please.
It just goes Saint Anger round my neck. And then it goes, you flush it out, you flush it out. Saint Anger round my neck. He never gets respect. And that's all it is. That's it. The whole song. It's exactly how it goes.
I liked the drums in it.
Kong, 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 kong,
What was
kong,
that
kong.
thing?
It's a snare drum turned off. If you turn off the snare drum, the little snare piece that
Right.
sticks to it, it no longer goes snap.
Right.
It goes gong.
But it sounded almost thinner.
I mean,
You know, you get different depth snare drums. Who am I talking to? Of course he knows that.
they probably had shitty mic placement.
Right.
Because Bob Rock, the producer guy, was like, I just set up some fucking mics wherever, and we just hit record and did it. It's fucking brilliant, isn't it? Fucking Bob Rock. He made fucking Dr. Feelgood. He made the Black Album. He made all these giant sounding albums, and then he fucking puts out that piece of shit.
Yeah, Motley Crue
Fuck you,
sucks.
Bob Rock.
So.
Yeah, you know, Motley Crue might suck, but they had a great sounding album.
Jeremy,
Quality wise.
not to segue here, because I love when you guys talk about music, especially if you're going to sing it to
No,
me.
pull
No,
me
you
out of
don't,
it, because I
because
could
you
talk
don't
about
have-
music all day.
You could name 3 artists in the whole history of the world.
Not true.
Your playlist is an abortion. It's amazing, but it's eclectic, and it's all of this just the weirdest shit.
It
He
is very
just
weird.
found One Direction the other day.
Yeah, One Direction in the middle of. It was like Front Porch Step, and then it was Ghost by Bad Flower talking about cutting your wrists, and then it was like, and then the very next song was what? That's what makes you beautiful. And Travis like in the pool going, oh, that's what makes you beautiful. And I'm like, motherfucker.
Lily used to go to sleep to that album all the time when she was like 4.
Well, sometimes I feel like a 4-year-old.
Right.
I
Travis just
love
wants
you
to know what
for
makes you
it.
beautiful. That's all.
Jeremy, can we segue for a second? Can we pause this
And
then
transition to YouTube.
I love it. It's a great idea.
Oh, we
Yep.
could pause. Yep.
I gotta pee anyways.
All right, perfect.
Okay, so now it's just YouTube stuff.
Yep. So
Yeah.
we answer some YouTube questions.
They're talking about music over there, so I'm trying to see.
Cody, can we go back a little bit here?
It says when you watch Some Kind of Monster, you understand why the album was. Oh, I know. I watched Some Kind of Monster when it came out,
Yeah.
and I was like, "What the fuck's up with Metallica? I don't understand this. Why they do what they did? Blah blah blah." But I watched it like now, like 10, 15 years later, and it totally makes sense. It's dudes going through a fucking midlife crisis. And it totally just, I get it now. Doesn't mean I like it anymore or less, but I get it. Man, you look good without it. Hey, everybody.
Jeremy, I wish I could give you a
Diet
fraction,
pills? Oh, what?
a fraction of Pete or my self-confidence.
Oh, I got none. I got 0.
I wish we could give it to you. Like, I wish maybe we can. Maybe we just have to insert it into him.
Simultaneously.
I'll bend over, put whatever you need.
London Bridge is falling down. Here we go. Jeremy Dwayne is going down.
But I will say it keeps me
Going
humble,
down.
I guess. You know?
True, very true. Because I will say that's the other side of it. You are so talented that if you had that confidence,
You'd be an asshole.
I'd be an asshole. Yeah, I don't need to be an asshole.
If you ever figured out how good you were, you'd be a dick, and we'd all hate you.
The few people that do find me to be an asshole can tell you don't want that. So, Jeremy, if you're here against your will, wink with both eyes. You can't see me because it's on chat.
This is why Pete plays D&D. There is no weekly
Help.
dice drama. You're goddamn right.
Curtis is right. He says toy drama is so easy to find, and yet Travis still doesn't even gather that. He can't be bothered.
Yeah.
And a little bit of that is true.
What else we got up there? Anything?
We're switching to YouTube. Travis gets naked.
Steve says if I was there, I'd tell everyone where the entitlement comes from.
No, we don't care.
You should be
I
here
know-
then, buddy.
I know one-armed drummers that are better than Lars, the one-armed thunder god.
Yeah, well.
Is it Ron?
I like
Ron
it.
Allen?
One
Allen?
shooter. Trevor goes,
Rick Allen.
Rick Allen.
He goes,
yeah.
and Hasbro should have every Black Series figure available at all times for me to buy now. Which
you
that's
go.
what it's crazy to me that people get so bad about the Horsemen, and I'm like, no fucking company does what they're doing.
Yeah.
Nobody does that.
Yep.
Hey, you missed out on these figures. They're over $100 now. If you want to buy them on eBay, we're gonna sell them to you for $35. Fuck those people. God. Oh.
Derek Harris wants to arrange a coup to take Steven's land by force.
That's pretty
I
sweet.
love that.
Oh.
Sometimes you have to take a chance sticking your sticking your dick in a hole. It might get smacked 99 times, but that one time you might get sucked by Derek Harris.
Dorklair, this is a good one too. They didn't make enough 2 years ago for the demand 2 years later. Huh.
Right.
By the way,
That is genius.
yeah.
Dorklair.
Dorklair does some amazing stuff, and he posted some customs the other day. I was like, God damn. These people with their talent, painting.
Billy
how-
Beige is pissed off because it was revealing the honey pot.
Look how bored Trav is with the toy drama he should have brought to the show. Steve.
There was at least 40 to 70 comments from Andre alone. I love how Andre started off with "Shut up, just shut up."
Oh man.
So real quick on the music thing, I was YouTube and I'm in my office. I have a TV, which is super cool, and I just was letting YouTube play, and this song came on, and it was a new song by Godsmack, and I loved Godsmack back in the day. That was that was good. That was good hard rock music.
I liked
Sure it was.
Wow. At any rate, and I'm watching this, and each of the four musicians in the band go in, and they have these groups of kids in a school, and they're all teaching them how to play this song that's in the video on their particular instrument, and then they all play it together, like in the gymnasium, like as a group, and like all these kids are like super into it, and they're all playing in unison. It was magical.
That's
I just
cool,
thought it was
though.
super cool.
I dig stuff like that.
What do you have against Godsmack?
They were just super cheap.
Get away from me!
Like
Oh,
just,
yeah, but that's I wanted you away from me when I heard that song.
yeah, but like 4 songs with the same words, and they're just those. it's
No,
one of
because
those
one was
bands-
get away, and one was keep away, and
Well,
one was
that's
stay
true,
away.
That's true. But
And then
just-
voodoo?
it's-
Come on.
That is terrible.
Oh, come on.
What's
Guy
that?
playing the drums on a bunch of 5-gallon buckets?
I want to read this one here.
Genius.
So this you got me right in the right spot. Joshua Breitenbach says, the Hallmark Ornament Group I'm in complains about stock issues. Nothing is safe.
No, nothing is sacred anymore,
That-
man.
I'm sorry. We bitch about the toy world, but it's every world. That fucking Hallmark ornaments, that shit is cutthroat, man. My mom managed a Hallmark store.
Really?
And dude, I'm
Okay.
telling you, like people lined up at opening and to get their ornament because they do these annuals every year that are themed. So in order to make sure like you get your granddaughter the new Hallmark ballet every year, these people
Okay, I
would
can
hurt
see
each other,
that,
man.
yeah.
It was cutthroat.
Well, we saw, man, the fucking Elmo shit years ago. The
Tickle Me Elmos,
or the
Furbies.
Cabbage Patch Kids in the 80s.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
yeah, voodoo,
Yeah.
voodoo, voodoo, voodoo. Fuck you.
What is Cameo?
Cameo? Why?
Yeah.
What's it say?
Derek says Travis listens to Cameo.
Cameo
like
is it's where you pay somebody to like
no. He's thinking, what was it, Rocksteady? Was that Cameo?
what?
The band? Cameo? You don't know?
I thought Cameo was that app where you pay a celebrity to
yeah,
tell-
now. But back then, here, like,
steady rocking all night long. Is that Cameo?
I believe so.
I don't know.
Oh no, they did Word Up. I was thinking the Whispers.
I didn't
It was
I
Word
thought-
Up. They did Word Up.
didn't I thought Korn did that.
Yeah, they did that too.
That was I want my Korn back. I want blind and clown, and that's my corn. Man.
Curtis wants to know who does a podcast in swim trunks. I don't know if these are swim trunks.
Maybe he's talking
Your
about me.
dick's gonna fall out on YouTube. Would you
Is
be
that
careful,
you or is
please?
that me?
Sorry, yeah, sorry.
These are
you in swim trunks?
like Jimmy shorts.
Yeah.
They're actually my
What's a Jimmy
pajama
shorts?
shorts.
Jimmy's.
Jimmy. You know Jim. G-Y-M? Jim?
Jimmy.
They're Jimmy
Oh.
shorts.
Cody, you gonna use that one?
Jimmy short.
They're like Jimmy Jammies, right? It's like Jim. You can wear them in the gym or sleeping. And don't dribble in them at all because that will not go away. You will see that spot all day long.
Hey,
You heard it here first, guys. Don't pee in your pants.
Yep, don't pee your pants, everybody.
YouTube folks, thanks for joining us. We're gonna try and do something like this. This was another one of those ideas that I came up with, and
His ideas are few and far between, but they're usually gold.
so gold. It's
yeah.
like I'm when one happens.
Yeah, it's like when I came up with the name for the podcast.
Or when I came up with Billy Beige.
Yeah, Billy Beige is a good one, dude.
So good.
Hey, what's this best angle shit? They're talking about my best angle. What?
Steven knows Jeremy's best angle.
Oh, is that a sexual joke there?
Hmm.
Probably. You wouldn't. Maybe he does. Maybe somebody else knows it better. Jeremy goes into PO2 mode, which turns on the self-censor. Oh. Well, that's not... Yeah, maybe.
1.6 shooter. Oh, those boat people are nuts. At least here, just start playing Cheeseburger in Paradise and the White Claws start flowing.
It's like they just start producing out of their hands.
We have family that belong to a yacht club, so now like every event we have to have for the family has to be at the yacht club because there's no way they could possibly go to another.
They can't go lower.
Right? Yeah, you can't step down. No, once you're yacht club people, you can only go to nicer yacht clubs. Like you can't have a family get together at American Legion anymore.
That's
We're
true,
above
that's
that.
true.
I can't sail to the Legion, so I just can't do it, guys.
I will say, I have real quick. I want to just bring this up. I'm sitting there the other day, and I feel this large bump. I want you to feel it.
Oh, God. It's there. Okay, I've had enough. You have like a giant bouncy ball in your chesticle
That's your
area.
xiphoid process.
It's your what
So,
now?
At the bottom of your sternum, you have an upside down U-shaped bone called a xiphoid process. That's just his xiphoid process.
So he's okay?
Hey,
But you were freaking out, right?
He didn't grow bone. He lost fat. Now he can just feel it. Everybody has one.
so I'm sitting there, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this thing?"
I was like, Doc, what do I do to fix this? And he goes, get fat again.
Are we done with the YouTube thing? Are we gonna go to?
Yeah, we should. But when we go back, let's go back, and we'll go back and
Toy
go right
news.
in toy news.
Oh, okay. So are we okay? Are we done with this?
We're good. We're good with
Okay.
this.
Look at that shit. That's a nice graphic for those of
Nice
you who
graphic.
are watching the YouTube version of this.
We are rapidly becoming
Legit?
watchable.
Right.
Like it's not just about.
We eventually we're gonna have to like do makeup and shit.
Well,
We look
real-
garbage.
we are at some point you want to have more than just an eargasm. You want an eyegasm as well.
You know what we're gonna have to do? We're gonna have to do what Blues Traveler did for their first video, where they that
Run
one.
around.
Yeah, that one where they had like
Oh,
on
why
stage,
you won't get me?
yeah,
Yeah.
on stage they had a bunch of beautiful guys, but
Yeah.
backstage it was
They
just
were
all the
them
ugly
playing?
people. Yeah,
Yeah, it was basically a rip on Milli Vanilli.
yeah. Is it? Oh, okay, sure. That's what we need to do. Well,
That's
except
pretty good.
Travis, he's starting to look good, so he can play himself.
We need to get Cody and his friends to sit in.
Yeah,
these
can
chairs.
I, Cody? Will you be me? Because God, I look like crap.
We just get Cody and our hot listeners.
Can we just duplicate Cody?
I gotta
Adds
say,
10 pounds.
What's that?
Camera adds 10 pounds.
Yeah, but it doesn't,
How many cameras
doesn't-
are on you?
God damn it! That's
Cody.
good. That's good.
Cody cut his hair.
Yeah.
And some people liked his longer hair. I did not like it. Yep.
That's me.
And I totally get it. But Cody walks in, and that day I was like, I think it was like the same time I like shaved my beard. And he walks in, and I'm standing here, and we both kind of just looked at each other because he cut his hair, and I was like, fucking hot, Cody's back.
Yeah.
And we both just stood there looking at each other, and I'm like, holy shit, I could have sex with another man.
Hey, Travis, I'm watching you talk. You've got a weird lump in your throat that I can see. You might want to get that looked at.
I'll put it on my list. Toy news.
Toy news. What do we got? If you're pulling from the stuff I gave you, Cody, just grab one and throw it up there, and we'll just talk about it. These pictures were small again.
Yeah.
The fucking site I got it off of was stupid. But anyway, if you look it up, I believe it's pronounced Gilius or Gilius.
Yep.
Gilius Thunderhead, and the chicken leg creature. They're from Golden Axe. I think we saw some previews of these like a few weeks ago, but these are like some legit photos, even though they're fucking small. But if you ever played Golden Axe, he's the little dwarf dude with the giant battle axe and the horned helmet. He looks like a old man Link with some big muscles, and he's riding that purpley.
He does look like an old man Link. Holy crap.
You
That's
mean
what I'm waiting for, a Zelda game with old man Link. That'd be badass.
That would be kind of fun.
Yeah. Muscles and shit.
been
Maybe
playing
one
the
eye
original,
missing.
yeah.
Oh, that could be fun.
Yeah.
From those stupid little things that come up out of the dirt that look like little potion bottles that kill you. I
The
hate those
levers?
things.
The
I don't know.
levers, yeah.
Jeremy, you should draw that.
Yeah, I will.
Old man Link.
That'd be fucking sweet.
Yeah, and then Capcom will probably sue you. or
Yeah, they'd be
something,
like,
but-
"Fuck you, man."
Yep.
So the set, it's $135. Oh, he's moved ahead already.
sorry.
That's fine. You know, fuck me, I guess. Ugly people will finish last.
That's why I always finish.
Right. $135 for this set. It's pretty cool. I probably won't get it because that's just the shelf
It's
space.
too
I don't
much.
need
Yeah,
to-
too much money.
I don't need to fill. But I love video games, and I thought that was pretty cool.
I do want the dragon, the dwarf. He's a cool looking character, and I understand. Like I could look at it and go easily put that with Legions. But
You
I'm like,
could.
yeah, but to me it doesn't compare with Legions. So, but I want that dragon,
So buy them both, and then just give me the
dwarf, and
then I'll
keep the
make an
dragon.
old man Link.
Oh,
and then, see,
this is happening, man.
All right.
It's happening.
you put your money down, and
It's just money.
Shit, if I had Travis's money, I'd burn mine.
Oh my god, what is this garbage?
dude, I had to bring it up because I kind of wanted to talk about the movie too. The Suicide Squad. It's just I only picked up one picture because I didn't really give a shit, but it's DC. Fuck them.
What's up with confetti cake, man?
That's Polka Dot Man or something.
Yeah.
Hey,
That
Hey, we need help. Somebody call Twister.
grab me at right hand red.
Fuck.
so Gunn, of course, has said I put him on the team because he literally is the dumbest character in DC Comics. And I'm going to tell you, I think we are going to all go and watch this.
And it'll be great.
It will be
The trailer
freaking
looks
great.
fucking awesome.
I
So-
think
don't
it's going to be
care.
great. Yeah.
Right.
Is that Idris Elba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's Deadshot now.
Who's the other Deadshot?
I don't know who that guy is.
Because it's obviously a Deadshot, right?
Oh. Maybe they just put him with his other head on there.
Yeah, that pic, it is another. You're right.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
The
he probably
other
has
two
another
guys
helmet.
is the same too, with a helmet and no helmet.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, those are the
Fucking
variants.
DC.
That's John Cena.
It's-
I don't think these are DC photos from DC or whatever, or the company that made them. I think it's just somebody throwing all the toys together. Because there were
So there's
some other
only four
pictures.
figures.
It looks to be, or 5.
1, 2,
No,
3,
the
4,
the
5.
King Shark's a bath.
Yeah,
Yep.
played by Sylvester Stallone.
Is it really?
Yes,
It will be a fun movie.
I think
I'm
so.
going to give James
Like,
Gunn a shot. I
yeah.
love James
yeah.
Gunn.
It's so ridiculous, and the fact that they're just embracing these ridiculous characters, I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Even having to see Harley Quinn again, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is
it
crazy
Margot
because
Robbie still?
Yeah.
still the same
Why'd
chick.
they keep her and not everybody else?
Because she's
She's the hit.
she's what
She's the
sells.
star of
Yeah.
those things.
Birds of Prey was great, and she was in it, so I get it.
There were moments.
You know what we need? We need a fucking roller skate battle. That's what we need.
But who was the bad guy in that? Black Mask or whatever?
Yeah, I loved him.
Fucking awesome.
Who
So
played him?
Ewan.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Ewan McGregor.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah. I will definitely not buy a single one of those figures.
No, but I figured it would drum up a little bit of conversation.
Oh yeah, no, and people will, and the movie's gonna be. We think
I'll
it's
be
gonna
there.
Be good.
Watch.
Yeah.
I'll see it.
And then afterwards, some people will go. Now I gotta have those.
Yep.
toys."
Now I gotta go pick them bitches up.
Yep. And I totally understand that.
Rainbow sprinkles guy.
Polka dot man. Yep.
What else you got, Cody?
This?
Yeah, sure. Why not? This is interesting.
Yeah.
This is all we got is just a teaser image, and it says Top Secret G.I. Joe / Super 7. Now, we talked about, I believe, them doing reaction figures before. But it says, I don't know what the code name part says, because it's obviously crossed off. But, like, if you go into, like, the detail part, I know the bottom one says Cyborg. The second one says Ultimates, I believe, and the first one says Reaction. So, I did a little bit of research there, a little stare down. I don't know what the top thing says, though. But regardless, it sounds like Reaction and Ultimate figures. So if that's the case, we're about to get some 7-inch Ultimate G.I. Joe figures from Super 7. Thoughts? Super 7's done a fucking awesome job with a lot of these things, and the fact that they're getting these properties like Silverhawks and Thundercats, and of course they did have Masters for a little bit, but Turtles, I mean, they're looking awesome, and I believe are being sculpted by the Horsemen so far? Question mark?
You know, and it would be
Honestly,
nice
I don't know.
It'd be nice if we had a connection.
I'm not in the loop.
Yeah.
I'm not in any of those conversations. So
Oh, well, and we don't ask. And I hate to say it, but the majority of the time, it's really more about we're just trying we don't want to bog down, and he likes doing this, so we should just do it. But
and now that Jim's like on your guys' side too,
yeah,
there's a couple connections in there, right?
yeah, we should probably should probably ask. Some
Yeah,
people.
I mean they tend to like the show.
Yeah.
And
That's probably a good
surprisingly,
idea. I'm excited about
with
this.
me.
The hard part for me is I don't want, for the most part, I don't want them looking like their original Joe figures.
I think they
So
would
is
look
it gonna
like the
be bats
cartoon.
or vipers or what?
I think they would look like the cartoon.
If it's
That's my
cyborgs,
guess too.
right?
I don't want those.
You don't want those.
No,
Okay.
I like the modern, updated versions. That's like why I'm a big fan right now. Now, with that said, don't get me wrong, because the Major Blood that just came out, the Flint, the Lady, there is some of them where I'm like, yes, that great, because their outfit to me, like I loved it, but some of them were too cartoony in my opinion. I like a little bit more modernized. That's why I'm excited about the Valaverse stuff.
More kind of realistic.
Yes,
and-
that I like that. And so now, with that said, if they make a sci-fi, I'm gonna buy a sci-fi. He's in a bright green. He looks like a
just embrace that shit.
yeah.
right?
I will buy my favorite core characters, but I am excited to see where this goes. I'm super excited to see where it goes, and I think right now we have that reemergence of Joe fans. There's a movie coming out, all that stuff, and it's starting to, it's like Hasbro finally is saying, "Hey, we care about G.I. Joe."
Well, I mean, nobody was doing shit for the longest time, and now it's like they're just spraying it all over you.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, it's got to be a decent time, except of course trying to find a lot of those figures right now.
Yeah.
But here's a way you could get some figures with a
pre-order.
pre-order.
Yeah.
So you're guaranteed to get them.
They're probably gonna be
$55 a piece, I bet.
Yeah.
50 or 55, depending
And
on if Brian Flynn owns the company or not,
I don't know.
or the property, I should say.
We'll see. I'm excited about this. Well, this was a teaser I was super excited about, but I'm also gonna say I'm hesitant.
Yeah.
We'll see. I still have not opened a single one of my classified figures. They're all sitting in their pretty little boxes. And now have some pictures I want to share a little bit later where I'll be like, this is what makes me want to open them.
Yeah.
So that it will happen at some point because I am still really in love with that line and that scale. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm still waiting for like my perfect Storm Shadow and
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
the bat.
Did you say it was Ultimates or was it Reaction?
Both. It's a Reaction was one line and Ultimates was the other line. And Cyborg was the bottom line, whatever the fuck that means. I'm not a Joe guy, so I'm, I don't know. And I couldn't read what the top one said, so if anybody else knows what it said.
Yeah, man. It'll be exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Curious where they're going.
Yeah.
Because there isn't
Cody, message me that graphic, please.
there isn't like a cartoon version yet, so I don't know if that's where they're going, but I mean, it would make sense.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. All right. Any other toy news, Jeremy?
Yeah, there's something else in there somewhere. So
Cody's
I don't
like,
know.
I'm trying to do 3
I
things
forgot. I
here.
already forgot everything.
Ooh.
It's gonna be.
I see something.
There you go. For you Funko Pop people out there, they've already put out some movie versions of the Turtles, but now they have movie 2 versions. You can see Donatello. For those who are looking at the picture, Donatello with his finger out, like when and they push him, and he was like the wobbly thing that doesn't fall down. And anyway, but now they have a Toka, Razar, and Super Shredder. And I don't have any Turtles Pops. I got rid of all of mine. But man, something about that Toka and Razar that just kind of want to draw me in.
I think
man.
they look really cool.
They're doing a lot with these Pops now. And, people try to compare them to Beanie Babies and shit. Like,
Fuck
dude,
that.
these are pop culture collectibles in
Not
a
even
cutesy
close.
style.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way that these are going to go out of style. As
Yeah.
long as they keep doing like new properties and
When people say that, I want to punch them.
yeah, right in the dick,
face.
Yeah. Both.
right in their dick face.
And just fucking let them have it.
Yep, punch them right in the scranus.
Yeah. I mean, I would not buy these, but I look at them and go, they're cute, they're fun.
Yeah, I
totally
mean,
get it.
Mikey's got the donuts. Raph, I don't know what he's doing. He looks like he's like punching or dancing or something. And Leo,
he's
I don't.
also
What's in his
smiling.
hand? What's in? I don't know what's in Leo's hand there.
Cody,
like a
you
mutagen.
just put a neon green
Oh, when
graphic
they-
up on the screen
When they were
that
throwing
was redacted. Will you please send that to me? He's really struggling on the booth today.
Do you have, I can send it to you. I
Well,
have
if that'd be easier. Cody is confused out there.
messages. You know
That,
what?
see that bright green thing?
Yeah.
I got him, dude.
Oh.
And then next, yeah, we can move on to that. That's cool. We got some pictures of I believe it's an exclusive to Walmart or Target. I don't know, one of
God,
those.
please not be Target.
Oh, great. Another He-Man.
Oh, you're gonna love
this is fucking fun though.
this is a faker
Is it, though?
for Revelation. I mean, yeah.
I think it's fun.
In the trailer, we saw a little bit
Look at that.
of what he looks like. Of course, he looks just like He-Man because he's not the blue version.
Makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah. And
Yeah, it makes more sense because they can just make you buy the exact same figure that you just bought.
except this one comes with 3 heads. One's like sort of battle damaged. One's the full robot head, and one's the He-Man head.
So
with
full
angry
Terminator
face.
ripoff.
Yes,
Cool.
totally.
Terminator ripped off Faker.
Right. It's interesting though because it's like he's in transition from.
Well, I think it's where he got his skin
Yeah, it's when he
blasted
gets
off. Yeah.
exploded or whatever.
Yeah.
We'll find out in a couple weeks. But he comes with the regular He-Man harness and the orange Skeletor harness, which was for the toy. So he never had that in the cartoon or anything. So pretty interesting. And a new power sword.
Have you gotten any of these yet?
I have Battle Cat and Skelegod
Yeah,
and
I
Rodney
remember
Clark.
brought it in here.
Rodney Clark went to the store and found
Oh,
the
I
whole
saw that.
thing, so he's sending me
Good
the
dude.
other ones. So
Good
I
dude.
think by next weekend we're gonna have another Motu episode.
I'm sick next weekend.
Yeah, well, you made it here, so yeah, I don't know. Looks kind of like Colossus too.
Yeah,
like
but
if Colossus put some He-Man garb
So
on.
to me, like, this is fun. Like, I understand what Pete's saying. You're gonna buy the same figure over and over again. To me, this is a fun way to do it.
I don't mind buying the same figure and over again as long as it's a little different.
Yeah.
You can justify it.
The sickness is strong.
Yeah, it's very strong.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it looks cool. Funny that they can do a shiny metal on him.
Yeah.
But, the fucking Silverhawks
Silverhawks
are
can't
coming
do it.
out.
It's still, I'm pretty sure silver paint. It looks like
Yeah,
silver paint.
probably
to me.
silver paint. I wouldn't
Yeah.
think it's vac metal.
But it's freaking cool.
Yeah.
It is cool. All right. Target.
Oh,
Damn!
Target. God damn it.
Fuck you, toy companies.
Fucking shit. I think that's all the toy news I had. So
Whoops.
Ooh.
there's some toys right there.
Yeah,
Wanted to throw out
buddy.
a big thanks to old Lime. Who? Lime. Emil.
Oh,
This is what you get when you come to Muskegon. You're gonna get a big old hot fat ass of me. So.
I love that body type though. I'm in.
This is Jeremy's head on a beautiful curvy woman's body. And I
The original picture was Thickless Cage.
Yeah.
And Nick Cage's face.
I hate to say it, I'm kind of getting some movement right now.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
let's
yeah.
move along.
Yeah.
Before this
Don't
gets,
talk about it. Just quit.
That's a good toy.
Death in Texas. Death in Texas.
this gets really, really awkward. Cody, can you pull up those two? These are just some customs that I want to share that I am just amazing toy photography.
Holy balls.
Stephen De La Torre, I think would be how you say it. He's done some cool stuff, and actually, I'm pretty sure his stuff sells on Legion Shop. And you guys remember when Steve brought in that like cool mace that painted not mace, lance, like
Yeah.
like you'd give a knight. This guy is the guy that has done this kind of work, and he's got a picture here, and it's Archimedes Mythic Legion body with this amazing warhammer and this head that I like. Holy shoot! It's just a beautiful piece, and
That's wicked looking, man.
yeah, that's part of the thing I love about all this 3D printing and stuff. Is,
Yeah.
these artists can create these cool pieces, and like I look at that, and P, what do you think? I mean,
It's amazing.
yeah, it's just such a cool piece. And I will try to make sure I share that.
That
Yeah,
hammer
share it
is
in the group.
fucking
Yeah,
magnificent.
so people that are not watching on YouTube can see this. And then I had one other thing that I wanted to show, which was just one of the things that makes me love toy collecting is Walter Montana's posted in G.I. Joe Classified Elite team shot, and it's toy photography is like seeing people like Trevor Williams and Nate Strong and these guys do these amazing pieces, and it's Flint, Lady J, the Snake Eyes, and Beachhead in this really cool piece like they're going into battle.
Yeah.
And I look at these. It's so funny because when I try to take a photo of some toy stuff, I'm like, how do these people do this?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand.
I take one and I'm like, that looks good, and then I compare it to like any other picture that anybody's taken of that same character, and it's like, fuck. Well, at least I got all of it in the same shot.
How do you do that?
That's even hard, man. Fuck.
Yeah, just a cool shot. And then when I see things like this, like I said, I'm like, I'm gonna open those toys someday because that's just cool. I just need someone to pose them for me like that.
Right, and
Yeah.
you need like the background and all that shit.
It
Like,
looks like a bunch of like aquarium shit.
yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
it's a cool.
Works
stuff.
really well.
Just cool stuff, and that's the kind of stuff.
Did you see Curtis Ackerman's take
Ram Man?
on Ram Man?
Oh,
Yeah, that's
loved it.
pretty sweet. I dig
Absolutely
that.
loved it.
That's
Yep.
pretty good.
Great use of parts. Super cool. All right, that wraps up toy news. I'm sure we missed a lot, but
Somebody said something. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to address the YouTube comments, but there is one up there, and it kind of irks me a little bit. So it's based on the picture of me. Welcome to Muskegon, my thick body there. It says, "Where is my Vaseline?" This is from Joshua. Blah, 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 blah. Have you ever jerked off with Vaseline?
no.
Ever?
I'm a dry guy, anyways.
Yeah,
I'm not a lube guy.
Yeah,
have been.
I've switched to dry, but it just more friction. But I think we broke Travis. That face he's making, he's silent.
The only time you literally would go dry is you are in a desert and you can't even spit in your hand. You honestly saying to me that you're barbarians. Like, keep your hands away from me.
Throughout my career, I have tried many a thing. One of them actually being Vaseline, and it just sucked because all that happened afterwards when I tried to clean it off, it just water beat it up on my dick. So,
How do you beat up on your dick?
Now he just uses Gold Bond.
You ever notice Cody talks like he's not engaged with us, but if we're talking about penis,
he's on it.
and it's usually gonna be he's gonna dig us about ours. He's like, what penises?
I can count on one hand, pun intended, the times that I used something when I was by myself. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you know.
What? One hand? How many times you use like
A lubricant. I when I'm by myself.
He's so confused. I tried shampoo once, but ooh,
Conditioner is better.
shampoo gets inside the mouth, and then like when you try to pee later, it just burns.
Why were you putting the shampoo in your mouth?
Not my
It's
not my
supposed to be on-
face mouth, my penis mouth. You know, because you take it, you talk like, "Hey, I'm your penis. How are you doing?" Well, I'm not the only one, right?
Yeah, but let's get on Pete for masturbation.
Oh,
Good morning, Jeremy.
I've been tucked away for so long. Would you stop getting fatter? It's getting harder to breathe down here.
Oh gosh.
Sorry, I had to address that.
Hey.
Thanks, UPS guy.
Is there a graphic for that?
Thanks, UPS
Nope,
guy.
not yet.
Oh, son of a bitch. That's fine.
Pete is literally getting more and more mad about there not being that drop. And not because he minds saying it, he's just still so mad at Steven.
Because you want one on here? Like
There was one on there,
Oh, okay.
but he changed it to do a fucking episode of Po2, and then never put it back in.
That son of a bitch.
Hey,
And
Cody,
we don't even use this for
No.
Po2 at all.
anymore.
He just
Cody, can
Yeah.
you check the AC, please? Sweat my ass off. In
Yeah,
here.
I know.
take your shirt off.
No.
You don't want to see it naked and sweaty.
I don't want to. Jeremy and I are trying to keep our tattoos covered. We don't want to. We got yin and yang over here representing for the whole world of tattoos.
That's right.
What'd you get for thanks, UPS guy, buddy?
I got a Lady Death figure. That it was ordered a while ago. Coffin Comics. This was a pre-order kind of thing. I will say she is a beautiful figure. I never read a Lady Death comic ever. I imagine probably none of us here did.
Nope.
I always enjoyed the art. I mean,
She's got some big tits.
yeah, they were always very, very attractively drawn.
Scantily clad women.
Yes, so I did enjoy the art, but I
Like He-Man, but for straight people.
Yes.
yeah, so super excited about that figure. I'm still trying to figure out how she's gonna fit in on my shelf, but I really love this big old scythe she came with. Is that how you say it? Scythe?
Yeah.
I believe it's Skiff.
You said it right, Travis. You said it right, buddy.
I
That's
would
mean.
have just called it a sickle, but
It's mean. So nice figure. I think she will look good on the shelf. So I'll be keeping one of those for myself. I will have a few for sale. Then I also got a. Cody, can you hand me that knife? I think it's right around the corner there. Cannot believe I forgot my knife. Also got a Legion Shop package, and this is actually my first purchase from Legion Shop, which is kind of crazy to me.
It's big enough for you?
Thank you. Definitely big enough. It's
It was a callback to the knife joke.
It's
God
hard.
damn it.
I can't believe that this is my first purchase because there was a lot of cool stuff on there that I've always kind of looked at, but it's one of those things where I a lot of times just kind of space out on things.
Sure.
And then, like Steve will be in here showing something off, and I'm like, how did I not go buy that? A big part of it is I've just been kind of scaling back on how much of this kind of stuff I've been buying, and not because I don't love it. It's more along the lines of I have a monster pile of things that need to be painted and all this, and like you even get to the point now where I'm forgetting things that I've bought in. But this set I was pretty excited about because there's some really neat things in here, and I've got one painted dwarf head, which that was another thing I really loved, being able to buy them painted,
Already painted.
Yeah, because then I didn't have to,
Talk your friend into doing it. Yeah.
blackmail them. I don't know, maybe hopefully it might be in here, or else I'm going to be a complete idiot again. This is a beautifully painted dwarf head, and I freaking love it. Got his hair tied in a top knot there. Just sweet.
Fucking hipster bard. That is awesome.
Gosh darn it. I'm a dummy. I wish I
That
would
is
have.
so freaking cool.
Yeah, had the artist's information.
Look at that. Even got like little fucking warts on his head.
Yeah.
Jeez, oh Pete.
Yeah, it's a cool piece. Eyebrow ring. Then I also got a cape, and this is going to go on my Baron Volliger, which is what it's made for. This is from the Strupp family, which I have bought from them before too, and the Cabal, but a cool little cape to go on the figure. And I like that how it's packaged up. That's pretty fun.
This head is so cool.
Isn't that good,
There's
dude?
a lot of good detail in here.
And I feel like such a jerk off because I did the person's name or anything. Then I also bought this monster.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So an ogre,
Wow.
an ogre scale head, and it's like he's literally wearing a skull.
Yeah.
As a mask kind of thing. Did we get a good one? Oh yeah.
Yeah. That looks awesome.
Yeah. I'm super excited about that.
When I see all these like little evil things and like I'm like, God damn it, I want to get balls deep in this shit.
Especially because it's like your thing, dude.
Yeah,
it's
I know.
Like,
I know.
To me, it's literally one of the most metal lines out
Yeah.
there. I mean, it is.
It is.
That's why I fell in love with it. That's why
Not that he knows what metal is. I'm like, Godsmack, fuck him.
Yeah, Disney metal.
Let it go, man.
Disney metal. So this makes me happy. Obviously, you got one piece, so I'm gonna have to get painted, but
That is tits, dude.
it's literally I can
great.
just take these and just
Yep.
put them on figures and good to go. So thank you very much, Mr. Verteri and Gerard, for putting together that shop. It is a sweet place, and there is a ton of cool stuff on there, and they try to keep everything kind of like in stock. So you order it, you
Cool.
get it. Yeah.
You have cost on those?
Nope.
Okay. Fair enough.
I hate to tell you this, but I don't ever really look at that.
I don't look. I just hit order.
Yeah. And I don't even. I'm not very good. And then even if I did know at one time, guess what?
Yep. Forgot.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's useless information anyway.
Hey, Trav, careful with that. Just because we're on camera and it's got an address.
Gotcha. This is from a very talented painter in the Cabal, and I would say he's been a friend of the show for a while. But Luis Torres, he's probably more of a Legion's cast kind of guy, but good dude. Always been pretty supportive of us.
You guys still do that show?
We do. We try. We try. And he posted some stuff in the Cabal. He had some figures for sale. I hate to say this. He is one of the guys that I get mad like sometimes because I'm like, this stuff, they'll put it up, and a lot of times, Josh Moyer is another one. They do these great little things, and then they put them up for sale, and their prices are usually what I would consider very fair. Mm-hmm. And
But the problem is, if they ever want to make it, they need to do 100 of them so everybody has a chance to get those custom Strav.
I know.
It's
I
not
know.
fair.
So this is one that I was pretty excited about when I saw it, and I just thought it was a beautiful paint job.
You've got to have, 75 or 80 customs now of Mythic Legions?
You are the custom having guy.
I love customs.
I used to be like
Those who can't do, buy.
Right, that's
Yes,
true.
and
I
that's
used to
the
be
fact.
like not against, but just didn't really care to own customs. But like over the years, the more I see, the more I'm like, fuck.
This is a pale painted orc, Mythic Legion's orc. It's got the head on it. I'm pretty sure is on my action figure customs. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but I'm almost 100% positive. And just beautiful. Cody, what do you think?
It's cool.
Yeah. This one to me is just beautiful, and I love it. And he did a great job with it. So thank you very much, sir.
It's a cool face.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
God, I want to get up close and personal.
Yeah, it's one of those things where there are people, very, very talented artists on the Cabal, and that still is one of the things that drives me there. Why and how much I love it. You know, photography, custom work, these amazing.
Well, and when I was looking for that post earlier, that of the 20 or 30 that I scrolled through were all just cool shit.
Yes.
So
Yeah, it still is a beautiful place. You just gotta get through the garbage.
Wouldn't it be great if just every toy group just completely eliminated any sort of whining or bitching about anything? Just said you can't do that anymore.
So,
Just
but in
post
the problem is when you do that, then you get the
Oh.
we don't have freedom of speech. we can't-
Censorship, huh?
Yeah. Or you're such fanboys
Mm-hmm.
that you won't let anybody. And no, it's not that. We just don't want
You
the
know what I say about
negativity
that, though?
dragging it down.
remove from group.
Yeah.
Remove from group.
Yeah.
Remove from group.
You know
Fuck
what? You don't have
motherfuckers.
nothing in the Constitution says that you have the right to say whatever you want in my Facebook group.
That's true. They're private groups.
You know, you don't
Got
have
rules in there for a reason.
Yeah, you don't fucking have a right to free speech. If you want to say, Peter, I love you, you're my favorite, and I want to fucking remove you because of it, I can do that.
It's true.
And I probably will because you're nuts.
How the hell you chose me? I'll never know.
I don't know. I think you've got a group there like the Cabal. It's ran by what I would think is a wonderful human being. Walter is a very compassionate, and so it's then hard to then become that where you're you know what? You're just gone.
Yeah.
It's hard. It can be hard to do that kind of stuff.
Well, especially if you're, a nice guy or whatever, and then you know that people are going to be like bitching about you after. Oh, that guy from that group.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got rid of me because blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
He's a dick, and let's talk about him in this group. Blah, blah, blah. I could see that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Running that turtle group's the same thing. I'll get rid of some people for the fucking laughing emojis. And I know they're in other groups going, you know that fucking bitch who runs that Lives Forever group? He got rid of me for a laugh emoji. And then he's going to have people going, that fucking dude, laugh emoji? Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot more to it, folks.
There's a lot more.
So much more. Wish I could fucking say it all.
I got a post I put in the Patreon group where I asked a question, and
Did you not have any toys?
I do, but I mean,
Okay. I just worry and think
I thought that had something else to do with,
if you,
with his figures
it
or something.
It doesn't. Why don't you go ahead and do yours, and then we'll come back.
You
to
think it's
Travis.
okay if I?
It is okay.
I'm just trying to drive the show. You're falling asleep. What am I supposed to do?
I gotta.
Well, now I'm gonna put. He stood up for me, but I'm gonna put him to sleep too.
He's gonna regret this.
Actually, one of the county fire departments just rolled an engine on Maple Island.
Holy
And
fuck!
Everybody's okay.
Okay.
But I was getting updates because that's holy shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Wow.
So it's tough to roll a fire engine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was distracted. But not so distracted that I didn't realize Travis trying to fuck Jeremy over.
Both of you. Over.
I don't have it. You know I don't have anything.
So I got. Here's the first thing I got.
Oh my god.
This is from the 2007 TMNT movie. It is the Sloth Monster. Got him in an auction in some toy group for pretty damn cheap. Look at these butt cheeks. What? He's pretty hot. So I'm not a huge collector of this line, but every time I stumble across one for cheap, fuck it. If I don't have it, so it's Mr. Sloth Monster. I just started watching that movie last night when I was going to bed, and it holds up. It's still pretty good. So there's him. I also got this Thundercats little mini Thunder Tank. Thundercats Classic, I should say, from Hot Wheels. I never found this in store, so I had to have somebody, once again, an auction thing, and I got it for like $5. So
Do you open them or do you leave them in package?
yeah, I'll open it.
You overpaid.
Foot's on the shelf better. Well, I think they were like $6 in the store. Maybe.
Yeah.
So maybe I underpaid, or maybe I just evenly paid. And then, well, Pete, you could take a nap. But I got the newest wave of Masters of the Universe figures.
Ooh.
Wait, who's that? I've never seen that character before. Is that a new one?
This is a new one. This is No Sideburns Fisto.
Wow.
Very
I'm
much
telling
like
you
old
right now,
Fisto.
these toy designers, they saw you fucking He-Man guys coming.
Yeah. Well, you know what? And we're eating it up like fucking no other.
And I'm
It's
happy
great.
for you.
It's exploding.
So great.
too.
I love
I'm
this
happy
shit.
for you.
And beautiful art on the back, as always. Isn't that gorgeous? So there's Fisto. There's Blue Faker with vintage He-Man head shape on there. That's right. Get that, Cody. It's for the gold bond joke. A 2000X colored color inspired colored Evelyn. Pretty cool. I don't know if her knees look any better. I haven't. Kinda. Anyway, and then the last one is Lords of Power Merman, which is just fucking awesome. This looks nothing like the vintage figure, so we have that going for us.
I mean,
is
it looks
nice.
like the one that people paid like $400 for, but
Yeah. Yep, it does. The Lords of Power set. Yeah, just a couple paint apps removed, and they're like, retail, bitches! And I bought both, so who's the idiot? It's me. But
you know, it's so hard because I look at those and go, it looks exactly like the original, which is why I know you guys love it. But then because of seeing them open and the better articulation and the fun stuff you can do
that's
with
what
them.
does it, too.
Dude, I
It's
totally
the better
get it.
articulation. You know, in some cases, do they look better than vintage? No. But in others, they do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I'm a sucker. I'll buy anything if it's got.
Are you keeping any of those in the package? You're buying like 2 sets, or you just buying one and opening that one, and that's it?
Nah, I'm opening them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to keep those in package.
Right.
I don't buy stuff for, you know, their worth or
Down the
whatever.
road
And
kind of thing.
if I don't open something, it's because I think the packaging looks really cool and adds to the overall aesthetic to it.
Yeah.
So like there's a Horde Zombie He-Man from Classics that I got, and then the Anti-Eternia He-Man. And both of those, I'm like, these fucking packages look tits.
Yeah.
Like, I don't why open it. It just looks cool.
Yeah, exactly.
And the Ghostbusters reissues, like I don't need to open them. I have them all loose from the 80s.
Yeah.
So, whatever. I
Yeah.
don't know. And, you know, and Motu Joe reached out to me. He's like, you need any MOC Mock Masters, you know, boxes or cases for your figures? I'm like, no, I don't have any that are in box. And I'm like, oh shit. I did some thinking. I'm like, I really do. I have about 10. So yeah, maybe I might have to reach out to him or something.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yep.
And that is all I brought. Although I did get a leg for my Peach Cheek Skeletor from
Nice.
last week. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
God, I cannot think of one thing that I care less about than that fucking missing leg, Peach Cheek fucking.
Yeah, well, you wait when I put on that fucking leg. You're going to be fucking
in.
loving it.
God.
What, did you get it from a listener?
No, I did get a couple people reaching out, but they didn't have it.
Yeah.
And
So then
I
why
was
did
also,
they reach out?
Because they want to talk to the star.
They reached out asking what I needed, or like maybe whatever the fuck. We had a conversation, but by that time, I had already ordered it from eBay. So, It is what it is.
It is. Really quick.
It's like hey, I'm looking for this blah 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 blah, and somebody posts up, oh, I just sold mine last week. Then why did you fucking waste my time with your post?
Well,
You ass hat.
Yeah, that's ass hatty, but you know.
we did have one person ask to join the support group.
I need one too. I don't fucking care. Make your own post.
Don't piggyback off my shit.
Michael Corbett, who we did just meet at Ron Twining's toy swap event. He might have been gone before you got there, but I think he was there. His favorite host, Travis, put a shirt on.
Interesting.
Perfect timing. Said he loves G.I. Joe Classified, and he is a DC fan.
You don't get to pick Travis and DC and get a goddamn mark on anything.
Well,
Except
just
maybe
in
your
case you change your
personality.
mind, there's the pen. Will you guys leave the group and then rejoin? And
Yeah, Drew's
join
like,
for-
this is
because of me.
You know what? So,
Come on.
don't worry. Someone at some point will read. They'll post a post. There'll be people will all get to vote again. And
How many people have posted, can I change my answer? That was changing it to Travis or Steve. Fucking zero. On a regular basis, somebody posts, man, that was so funny. Can I change my vote to Pete? I'm telling you, it happens all the time.
and Jeremy, of course. I'm imagine.
No,
Well, no.
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 I'm the redheaded stepchild,
He's
baby.
the faker of our group.
Yeah.
He's not a real host.
We'll kick everyone out.
Right. Rejoin.
You rejoin and then watch like only 40 people join.
Yeah. Either that or they're all going to choose who they previously chose, and it still won't.
It could be hurtful that way
Yeah,
too.
I will
Yeah,
end
but
up just.
Jeremy's reputation, he's going to do another 100 episodes and then be like, I got to leave, guys. And he's just going to fucking quit on us. I'll do the last few episodes, but then I'm done. I need my weekends back.
But at least I'll fucking see it through to the end.
That's right. Well, your end.
Yeah, my end. Yeah, my the end, not your the end.
All right.
Me joining is actually the downfall of this show. You guys just don't know it yet.
You keep saying that, but dude, I don't think
We
we
stayed afloat with Steven. So,
Fair enough.
So I asked our Patreon members, the people who are kind enough to donate money to us and never receive items for it. We asked them, hey, you beautiful variant, since we won't have Steve filling up half the podcast with his BS, I got a question for you. Hit me up with your biggest toy regret and life regret. It's about to get real. So we had some people comment. I'm pretty excited about this.
I want to hear yours first.
You want me to say mine before we go in through this?
Yes.
Okay. I would say mine. I wish I would have bought more heavily into Mythic Legions 1.0, 1.5, Coliseum, the early rounds of that. Not just from a flipper standpoint, but I just wish I had more of those figures. So it is a situation because like people like, yeah, you sold your flag. You know, do you regret? No, I
Right.
I don't have. But
It's
I do.
easier to find a flag than it is to find a 1.0 whatever.
Especially if you want 10 of them.
Well,
You know, you want 10 knights.
not
you want.
everybody has.
I understand, but you know, the flag has become very expensive. But yeah, I want more army. Like I want more army building. So for me, and then you know,
the
of course,
flag becomes a figure stand.
and it's
Where
a cool
an
one.
army, it is, but
Yep.
your army becomes this kind of almost dynamic, flowing, come to life kind of thing.
Yep. Now, with that said, I totally understand where somebody's like, the flag is the centerpiece of my. Yeah, totally get it. You're a G.I. Joe guy, 4-inch.
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I still think back to when I had my flag set up and I had Marvel Universe figures, the 4 inches, Joe figures on it, like all fighting. So, like, they're fighting Cobra and they're fighting, like. So I would have this scene where the Hulk would just be smashing 10 bats. And, I loved it. Like,
Right.
it was a cool thing, but it's also like, yeah, but, my collecting has shifted and, and.
It happens.
Yep. So I would say
grow
that,
and change.
Yeah, I'd say that's it for me. As far as regrets and my personal life, not a lot. But I will say that my lifestyle has changed since I had surgery, since I had my appendicitis. I can look back and go, I kind of wish I was living like this for longer. Like, and when I say like this, I'm having fun.
Just being more open and
Yeah.
I would say you were. I don't want to say closed-minded. I just think you were a little what's the word I'm looking for?
Dumb.
Not dumb.
I don't know what you're even talking about because 2 years before Travis was drinking, he would hang out naked in front of everybody. So I don't know what.
So he really hasn't changed that
No,
much.
he finally has alcohol as an excuse to do all the inappropriate shit he was doing sober.
And now everybody's like, "Hey, he's just drunk."
He's just
Oh,
drunk.
I was
It
gonna
used to be,
say
no,
ignorant.
he's just a pervert.
To say you were a little ignorant to that, and not in like a negative.
No.
way,
I
but
totally
like,
understand, dude.
You're just kind of oblivious.
Yeah.
To,
Yeah. And so like,
a little
And
wet
the
behind the
difference
ears.
is you learn to relax a little bit.
Yeah.
yeah.
You were somebody who, because of your training and because of your lifestyle, hey, I need to be in control of my faculties at all times, and that made perfect sense to me. And then you almost died, and
You saw Jesus.
you know.
And it changed your world.
By the way, it's a woman, which
Yeah.
is weird.
Yeah. It's Alanis Morissette from what I remember.
it is.
Oh, wait, that would have been God.
I think it's Whoopi Goldberg, isn't it?
So even though that I say that, I still was happy
Yeah.
then, you know. So I do, and I know too. Like we've talked about this. I mean, there's something broken in my brain where I shouldn't say broken because to me it's a good thing. But like people are like, when are you ever mad? Like, dude, are you ever sad? And I'm like, well, yeah. If like my dog dies, I mean, because I had to kill it because I'm not gonna take it to the vet, you know. So that made me sad when I killed my dog, you know, and my cat and my other cat and like those incidents.
Like, I'm fucked up enough to kill him, but I'll feel bad about it later.
I mean, I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like so heartless that I'm like, you know, Pete's like, dude, one of my best friends just died, and I'm like, have you had the Baconator?
I'm so sorry, Pete. I'm so sorry. It was just really good.
You sat that seat, you just became an asshole.
Yeah, that's what it is. I fucking put somebody on a list.
It's all that power.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
We thought it was testosterone. No.
No.
It's power.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, well.
Oh.
Got to play the role, I guess.
You do. No, I said, I don't. I could say that's a regret, but I don't. You know, I'm very happy right now, though.
Yeah, you weren't unhappy then, and you're even more happy now. I'd say it all kind of worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So I do, and I like that's a conversation I like having with people because like sometimes like, hey, the things you do regret, you can still. You can't fix it.
Yeah.
But you can move forward from it.
Yeah, and like I've said and ripped off from musicians, the line is, it's better to regret something you did than something you didn't do. So you got to try it all out, baby.
Yeah, I love that one. That is a good one.
Yeah.
You guys want me to read some before you say yours, or
I have no regrets. That's how I live my life.
No toy regrets either.
Not totally otherwise. Regretting is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it doesn't get you anywhere. So I regret nothing.
That's written on a fucking
Write
plaque,
that down.
hung down.
It's Van
hung at the
Wilder
wall.
just adapted.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Toy regrets?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
I have a tattoo that says that. So it's next to my yin yang.
Is that a euphemism for your penis?
No, I have a yin yang like too. I got one because I wanted to be cool.
Regrets. Reserved oblivion. Yeah, he was trying to help with the words I was trying to come up with for you. I think I wish I would have got into classics earlier, like the Masters classics, because I missed a lot of the early heavy hitters and
that sounds familiar, by the way.
the fucking when I was at Toys R Us and saw the Superman He-Man 2-pack, it was like $20. Too much. Yeah. Now I'm paying $50 a figure, and I'm like, that's cheap.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I got a deal.
Yeah. So I guess that would probably be it. I don't really have any big ones. It's not like I got rid of something. I was like, that was dumb or anything like that. And life regrets. I mean, I wish I would have stuck with when I was losing weight, because then I probably wouldn't be as flappy as I am right now. But every decision I've made has led me to this moment, so I don't.
And you're pretty happy, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Made it.
I think so. I mean, ask me in like 6 months. I'm making a big decision right now, so we'll see what happens with that. But I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty good feeling.
Yeah, it's pretty nice to like go, hey, I don't hate myself today because I've made some good decisions.
Yeah. Cody.
No, I'm good.
He's fine, just fine.
All good. Don't talk about those feelings. Derek Ayers. His biggest toy regret is letting my brother Kyle play with my Toy Biz Tiger Suit Wolverine. He threw it up in the air and hit it with a baseball bat.
Shitty.
Broke the arm off, so for the next few years I had an Age of Apocalypse knockoff instead.
Oh, lame. My brother took my Razar figure when we were kids and threw it at the wall, and broke him right in half, and it left a mark of his knee pad in my fucking wall all rest of the time I lived there.
I am just going to read everybody's toy regrets.
Okay.
I'm not going to go into their deep part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I'll tell you some are freaking great. So if you're in the Patreon group, you should go read it. Curtis is, I'm going to read Curtis's life regret because it's great. Curtis said, my biggest life regret is being a pussy and staying away from this podcast early on because of adult content and not wanting my kids to hear it.
Oh.
Probably a good choice.
And at this point now, we're probably raising your kids, aren't we?
My biggest toy regret is tied to that first one because I didn't get into Mythic Legions early in the line, and I feel like I would have if I would have been listening to My Wife Is Gonna Kill Me.
No, because I was on My Wife Was Gonna Kill Me, and I didn't get it early. So.
Alex said, selling his Blob Bath. Beautiful figure. Which pretty sure I sold to you, Travis, at the Grand Rapids Comic-Con, which is true. I still have it in my collection.
Someday he's going to be wanting that shit back.
The wonderful Ben Sashi passed on a huge box of loose Dino Riders figures for $300 at a toy show. Went back not long after to maybe grab it and had already sold. Would have been a kick-arse collection too. Yeah, for sure. Matthew Dooch. Biggest toy regret is not getting into Motu Classics when they first came out. I scoffed at the idea of paying $20+ shipping for a figure, and now I'm spent more than that just trying to fill in the holes. Yeah,
I feel that pain.
Yeah. Tim Sawyer said passing on a complete Scareglow 10 years ago for $40 at a comic
Holy
shop.
shit.
Yeah.
Those fuckers are through the roof now.
I thought it was insane to spend that on a toy. How things have changed. That is $300+, right?
It depends. I
Okay.
mean, depends on who's selling it, but easily.
But I guess it all depends. Undergarments. Sorry.
This is one of my favorites.
That's fine.
Anthony Halseal sending a Mythic Legion figure in a bubble mailer.
Oh.
Now that's a throwback to some toy drama that was some fun shit to talk about.
I do recall this.
Yeah, because even better, he sent it to one of our very own.
And what was even better was it was fucking unscathed. So it
was
didn't
totally
really
fine.
matter.
Well, something could have gone wrong.
Mike Smith, probably my biggest regret is that I bought an entire mask collection quite some time ago, and then I let my kids play with it.
Oh.
And now I don't have it anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, that could hurt.
Alexander Deshaw.
I love that guy, but that was dumb.
Biggest toy regret is stopping toy collecting. I got rid of my old McFarlane and Toy Biz stuff, and then not getting into Mythic Legions when my best friend said I should look at these for sure. His life regret is a good one. Not taking a chance on Bobby Joe or Bobby Sue at a podunk bar. She was probably a trans, but she had a body that was banging.
Hell yeah.
Bronson Wayne, his biggest toy regret was not following Mythic Legion's progression because I watched a con video and the prototypes were 3 3/4, so I ignored it when the Kickstarter went up. I didn't get in until Wasteland, and I'm trying to play catch up still.
Was that true? It was 3 3/4.
They pitched it as
they
3
pitched
3/4
it, yeah.
originally.
Interesting.
They never actually had 3 3 because they were 2-ups. I think what they actually had,
Yeah.
which made them actually. But Line LaGuardia says, when I was not back into toy collecting yet, Cookie took me out to ToyCon New Jersey one Saturday. I saw a Motu Classics Castle Grayskull set up as a display and fell in love. It was so amazing. A different vendor was selling one mint in box for $400, and I thought he was out of his mind. I still want one to this day and 100% regret balking at the price. Now its value is in that range, and I just could never justify myself. Yep.
I can't believe there's not more people regretting ever buying anything Motu.
Rohan said, saw a lot of 8 to 10 box mass vehicles, including a Rhino Switchblade Thunderhawk, but I cheaped out and offered $400 instead of the asking $450 Aussie dollars. We do that
Aussie
too.
dollars, it's like $12.
Right. But we do that. We're like, I want $450. I'm gonna try and get it.
Yeah, it's the art of the haggle, man.
Tom Bedford said his biggest toy regret is collecting Funko Pops. My wife and I had about 300 Pops before selling them off to do some remodeling, but would have preferred not going down the rabbit hole in the first place. Yep, which, I mean, you and I have stayed pretty strong. You've kind of gone down the rabbit hole, but you don't regret it, really.
No, like I said, I don't regret anything. So, my wife has like 150 Funko Pops. The problem is what do you do with them?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You keep
just-
them in the box.
Yeah.
Because they display well in the box. The box is cool in
They
itself.
don't stand for
but
shit outside of the box.
It's true, and yet I open all of mine.
Understandable.
So
John Clawfield, his toy regret is passing on Mythic Legions 1.0.
it's a common theme.
Yeah. Yep.
Those Aussies all have shit to regret.
Jennifer said her biggest toy regret was my mom getting rid of her She-Ra toys. Yeah.
Sounds like it should be your mom's regret. Your regret's not taking care of your mom when she fucked you over on your She-Ra stuff.
Her life one is deep, and we are not going to touch it.
I'll have to read that later.
Good one, Jennifer. Not a good one. I mean, it wasn't good. But, hey, like sometimes just to say it. It makes you feel better. Will White said his biggest toy regret, besides not getting into Mythic Legions earlier, not buying Classics Grayskull when it first came out. You know, I'm going to say there are certain pieces like that. That's one that I imagine it tears people up.
Yeah. I was smart enough to jump on it, and I was scared because it was pricey. But yeah, try to get it now. It's like $1,000 or some shit. So
yeah, Nate said selling a 3A figure for cost now worth triple. Plus, I just wish I still had it. And then his life one was a good one. He said not stripping down and joining Travis in his pool when I had the chance. It'll happen again, Nate.
Better regret something you did than something you didn't do.
Yeah.
What do you think Steve's is? What's Steve's biggest toy regret?
Meeting people.
Do you think he has any regrets at all about the Hulkbuster?
I'd say zero.
Absolutely zero.
Zero.
He's a
Same.
fucking monster.
Same.
Yeah, he's still very happy about that. And
I would, if I totally supported his decision at the time. So
yeah, the other you got to do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
And that made him happy. You know, having that ugly ass doll.
It's so terrible, but I want one so bad.
People
Buy the
like
Classics
that
one.
everywhere. And there's still
I have
people
them.
6 months
Not
in
the
that voted for Biden and don't regret that. You know, I mean, it's people are crazy. So
Steve.
So scared, just to.
I don't know.
Not even acknowledge the political joke anymore because they're just so afraid of the
Nope,
fallout.
I don't.
I just don't like politics at all.
This whole last year is maybe just. I'm never talking about politics again.
I'm
good. I'm so good.
And I can't even enjoy jokes about him because I'm like I could care less. Like I just have no.
Oh, I'm sorry, Oliver. I didn't mean to upset you.
Yeah.
You definitely did.
There he goes. There's a regret.
I don't regret it. I'm just man enough to apologize. I don't. One thing, you know what? I would much rather. I do not regret accepting Oliver's friend request because I didn't do it.
There you
so
go.
that's important. Stand on my laurels.
Maybe Steve will comment and we'll get what his regrets are.
Butt plugs. We missed butt plugs.
We did.
Is there some butt
We
plugs?
did. Great new D&D podcast out there. Maverick Savajigana
Wait, are we talking?
he
Is this
he asked
this
when the
butt
next
plugs?
episode.
Oh wait, does he have a? There we go.
That's awesome.
If you're not checking out our YouTube, you should.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just for that reason.
Yeah, just for
alone.
Cody. what
Maverick
Cody
asked
does.
when the next episode was going to be dropping. We recorded it on Wednesday. We got very into the weeds technical. So I think we're actually going to hold and go back and do an episode that explains more foundational stuff. Drop that and then drop the next one because it was a little bit
So like
deeper
more
than
for
what-
like beginners and
Yes.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was always the intention of the podcast. So we're getting there.
Yeah. It still, so 220, right?
Yep.
When are we going to end?
I just joined.
I know, so I think we should start talking about the end.
right.
Now that Yoko's on board.
Yeah, better to burn out than to fade away, right?
Do you see an end?
Death.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I love. So I partied last night.
Mhm.
You partied. Pete partied.
I did shots of liquor and whatnot.
You know, we still 8 o'clock in the morning. Hey, let's get together and sit down and chat. And I mean, I think we all were even more excited because Steve wasn't going to be here. But
Well, it was huge.
yeah,
I love him.
yeah. I don't see an end in sight. Like Cody's like, my end's next week. But
That's just it. Like I think about that with like Potu too. Like it's pushing almost 90 episodes now. It's like holy fuck! I can't believe we did that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when it's
I
not.
can't believe you guys wanted to.
Oh, so good. It's so fun.
it's like this though. You're sitting down with people that you love and care about.
Yeah,
and
this is
talking
something
about
that I've
stuff
always wanted to do. Is sit
Yeah.
around and talk about fucking toys without somebody in the fucking corner going, "Oh, toys again!" Like fuck. You know, now I can just be like, hey, I mean, we still have the guy fuck He-Man again. Yeah, fuck you though.
I love it.
Yeah.
But He-Man, so like scalping in toy drama is like He-Man and Thanks UPS Guy. It's just always the same. So
Well,
when is the last time they created a new Motu character?
we don't want him to.
Dude, they're old men. They don't want that shit.
Don't fucking give me a new character.
They're about to get it though.
That's
At
the
least
biggest argument.
DC's got the balls to bring out Polka Dot Man.
Well, that's the biggest thing is people will complain because they're making King Grayskull black now, and they're like, I don't see why you just couldn't make a brand new character. Nobody wants a fucking brand new character. Nobody.
Yeah.
No, you might say that you want it. You don't. You don't.
You just want the
Yeah.
old same old good
Yeah,
thing
here's
over and over
Bonor.
again.
You're like, I don't care. Bonor can eat my ass. When they did like they had like a
think Bonor would
30th
probably
anniversary. It might be kind of cool, but when they did like 30th anniversary figures for classics, they were all brand new characters created by I know the Horseman did Drago Man
yeah,
and
yep.
whatever. There's a few
Beautiful
others in
figure.
it. And for the most part, people didn't really give a shit. Like Drago Man was really cool and people ate him up, but like. Yeah, I don't think that he's ever really been used other than
No.
maybe some classic stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
But nobody
They want
cares
the
about
same
new
old,
yeah.
same old thing.
Because you sit there and you go, "Where the fuck is Ram Man?" That's what you fucking want. Don't give me new Turtles characters either. I want to see fucking old familiar characters I'm
I don't
used
want
to.
to see a goddamn new thing until I get my Monty Moose.
That's right. Give us Monty fucking Moose. Are you done?
You gotta go pee.
Oh, he's gonna pee. I thought we were pretty close to the end.
We're done. I mean,
Yeah, I guess we just have to sit here and wait for him to come back.
let's just close it out. Pete, we're gonna close out the show.
He didn't say anything. Oh, Loki.
Should we wait for Steven?
No.
I will. Okay.
Okay, let's do it. We're gonna talk about Loki. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, hey, if you're watching, listening, and you don't...
and he hasn't even watched the new.
He has. He just realized he has.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I want to talk about
Let's
that.
talk about
Fuck
it.
yeah.
Because it's
There's still one episode, and we could talk about it as a whole
yeah.
then too.
Yeah.
But,
So we're talking about Loki or no?
yeah, let's talk about Loki.
Let's talk about Loki.
Baby.
Variant C.
Before we get going, who's in charge? Who's the bad guy?
Okay, so before we get going on that, important question. If I fuck my variant, that's not cheating, that's masturbation, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
I'm asking for a friend. So.
Yeah.
Is she his variant?
Are we talking about fucking the alligator?
Use a little bit of teeth, but don't be a biter.
And a biter he is.
Oh.
I think my favorite variant was the old guy in like the 60s costume.
Fucking
So
amazing.
good. It's like you go, that's so ridiculous, but he's so fucking awesome.
That's
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Did we say that?
Yeah, we kind of threw
Okay.
that.
we
out there.
totally
Alright.
said it.
Okay.
Him like recreating
Asgard.
Asgard.
Or whatever, yeah.
and just like buying them time and like sitting there and yelling
Glorious purpose! And he's just laughing like maniacally, like,
So Heidi's like same thing you said. He goes, that's like the goofy. I go, that's why it's so fucking great. That's
Yeah.
literally how he's drawn
yeah.
for 30 years.
They're just,
you
they're
know,
embracing that shit.
oh my, it's what it makes me just and
It's what X-Men was scared to do. They didn't fucking embrace it. They gotta make them look cool. Like they're in a band.
Marvel/Disney is like,
Yep. Here you go.
and yeah, they're gonna do it smart. They're gonna. I'm watching this show, and I know I'm simple. Like I understand that, but I'm watching this show and thinking to myself, this is one of the most beautiful shows I've ever watched. The planets they go to, these scenes, Hiddleston's lines.
But the depth of what you feel for Sylvie when you realize that she has watched 1,000 civilizations come to an end. Can you imagine the mental anguish of everywhere you've ever gone?
Right.
That planet, all of those people have fucking apocalyptically died.
Since she was a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, not an adult who can process this
No
shit.
wonder she wants to take down the fucking TVA because she wants this to go away. She wants to be done with it.
Yep.
Is it Loki? Is Loki in charge of the TVA?
So I'll tell you, I still am like, Loki's gonna be the bad guy. He's gonna be the
That would
bad
add
guy.
a lot to the story, like where it comes around and it's him. But like, I don't know, man. I mean, everybody.
What if it's Polka Dot Man?
everything? Like I've watched, of course, those breakdown videos and stuff, and they go scene by scene and shit, and like there's a lot of references to Kang. Which I'm not big on Kang anyway, but I mean there are things that are like.
But Kang's
referencing.
not a fucking. I don't think he doesn't. He's not the kind of character that has the wherewithal to be in charge of a fucking time variance, right? I mean,
Yeah, that's his whole shtick is time. So I understand why people are going that route, and
And the
he's very
chick,
intelligent.
what's her name? The chick,
The
before-
judge.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was like his girlfriend in like the comics or something, as far as I understand.
They definitely, and they've said that Kang is going to be
Right, they have
Yes.
somebody cast as Kang.
yes.
So
Yep.
it would. It would.
Am I
make
doing that
sense.
thing again where I'm getting confused who Kang is?
Yeah.
Who's the book I read with the guy with the skull on him? The old man that goes back and. Fuck.
Skull on him and goes back.
He's like an older guy that every now and again still goes out on these missions as. I thought that was Kang.
No.
No. Who am
No.
I thinking of?
Cable?
No.
No.
Green, pointy ears, skull on his chest.
Oh yeah. That was just a standalone, I think, Kirkman book that he did for Marvel, called The Destroyer. I think. Or
Yes.
something like
yeah,
that.
that's what it
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's not Kang.
no.
Okay.
No.
So
Kang
I-
is Avengers villain who's been around for.
They're
a long
leading
time.
up to that, like they're pointing. All signs point to him, but I wouldn't put it past them to be like,
doing that to
just
us on purpose.
kidding. It's
Yeah.
actually this.
I thought for a second it was going to be her.
Right.
The judge was You know, I'm
But,
just pawns
yeah.
for these people when it's actually her pulling the strings.
But then she's sitting there and she kind of she
Okay,
wants to
thank you,
find
Cody.
out who's in control too. Like
But does she?
she seems to want to.
Yeah, but she did that before, and you know she. Oh well, yeah, we're gonna do it. We'll work together, and then it was like all of a sudden people showed
Yeah,
up.
but I do
again,
think
and-
it is in her brain now too that something's not right. She does still want to protect.
especially after they beheaded the
Robot.
Well, imagine
timekeeper.
your whole life being told that this is and what you're doing is saving the universe.
Right.
Which and it
That's,
makes me
is that
wonder,
how it
like,
feels when a Christian dies? Gotcha. That was totally inappropriate.
Yeah, it was good though. It was good. It was good.
Well, there was a line that was said in this that I told Heidi, I go, to me, that's a shot right at,
Christianity.
yeah, well, religion. I
Right.
mean, and it was, that's them saying that your hope of what, and it was Mobius, which God, I love him.
He's so good.
He's so good.
I love him.
I love Owen Wilson.
I do too.
I love
but-
how Owen Wilson is always just Owen Wilson, but he's
Yeah.
always great.
And there's so much there's so much leading up to like him being not the only version of him that's been in there, like him not knowing about the coffee, like he's like, well, there's a bunch of coffee rings here, and she's like, and they're all from you, and he like doesn't seem to realize that, and he didn't seem to realize that there was a Loki Gator. He's like, I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
So is there other versions of him?
So-
What if it's not Kang and it's a fucking version of Mobius?
Yeah.
Like
They're gonna do something.
he
What if
better
we
be on
find
a
out
goddamn
Owen
wave
Wilson's
runner.
actually the living vampire?
Ski. Right.
Mobius.
What is
Mobius
so,
is Morbius.
so good about them is every episode there's a line in there. There's something, and it is when it gets revealed, we're all gonna go,
Ding 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 ding.
oh. Now, with that said, will it actually end that chaotic, smart? Like, we don't know. I mean, because there was people that were disappointed with how Falcon Winter Soldier ended, or Bucky Winter Soldier, whatever it was, and there was also people that were like, I really was hoping for Mephisto and the Scarlet Witch and Vision, and so it could end up where this just kind of takes. We're expecting,
Sure.
and it
And at this point, since they've fucked with our expectations of the last two shows, that's why I'm not like
Jumping on
hell
Kang.
bent on it's gonna be Kang. And I don't even know Kang.
Yeah.
Like seriously, like so.
it kind of sucks, to be honest.
Yeah. So I mean, whatever. If he ends up being the guy, cool. But I think they're gonna do some sort of twist on it, and give us something we don't expect.
Do you guys get emotional watching that show?
No, like I feel it in my heart, but not
Right.
through my eyes.
Yeah.
Although him hugging Mobius, Loki and Mobius hug, and it's like literally like you're my friend type of thing, like, and then Loki even making the little blanket for like chick version of him and whatnot. Like it's so cool to see Loki go through these changes because it all makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But then you're like, but in the normal timeline, that's not the Loki in the normal timeline. Like he's dead.
Yeah.
But it is nice.
But he's
to
not
see-
dead yet in the normal timeline
Well,
True.
because he doesn't die until years later.
right, but he's still like a different version. Like he's now this version of Loki. He's no longer that version. So
Yep.
it's such a weird.
But he is.
He is, but he isn't. Because it's a
Well-
branching timeline, and he's now become a variant of himself.
No, you have no idea what you're even talking about.
You're right. I don't know anything.
What happens when Thanos kills him?
Yeah.
This is what happened to him before. He knows all of this when he dies by Thanos' hand. We've had this conversation.
What?
Yeah,
Only because he watched the video
that was a future video, not a past video.
of what would have happened had he not been picked up by the TVA.
Pete,
So it's
explain
not
to
like
us-
he's
you're
just going to
saying-
go
no,
back to that old timeline
Pete,
and
explain
finish
to us
his life
exactly
out.
what's going to happen.
Well,
I've
if it-
explained this 100 times.
Okay.
He knows the future,
Yes, sure.
and he goes back to the timeline, and everything's fine, and then he dies, and he knows he's going to die because he already knows he's going to die. Simple. It's time travel. Everybody gets
You
it.
did it. You explained it.
Right.
And now I'm less confused. I am perfectly on.
I'm enjoying the show. I have no idea what's going on half the time.
Well, yeah,
So
yeah.
and it's on purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
I So I tell you, like, I sit there and I'm a bitch. I know this, but like I sit there watching this, and for me, it's the same thing. It's Loki's character arc that makes me so emotional. Sylvie is standing there getting ready to enchant this smoke monster that was fucking awesome.
That was awesome.
And you know the ruler Thor, which is funny. I loved it when he's like, "Why are you taking orders from a kid?" And he's like, "I killed Thor," and everybody just kind of like,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
you're the guy.
"Yeah," you know.
and that's why he ended up in the TVA in the whole shit, right?
Yeah,
Because he killed Thor.
he killed
so
Thor.
they-
That was
yeah.
his event. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Nexus.
yeah,
They
the
call it?
Nexus event. Yeah. So like all of like all that stuff, he pulls out that sword and he's gonna be is like sacrificing himself to give her the time, and he's being the bait or whatever. And I'm like, that's not Loki, So I love that part of his character arc, hugging Mobius. Her saying
He'd
to
never
him,
been in love, man. He'd never felt that feeling. It's a strong feeling, folks. I tells you.
To you guys, what was the Nexus event? For that, they remember when they fixed how they found him, and we know they shared that little moment in that beautiful scene that I thought was like fucking magical. But so they haven't really said though what it was. Why did that create another event there where they remember when the boner went on the chart, and that's how they found him on that planet that was about to die?
No.
What was it?
Loki did something nice for someone else.
He fell in love.
So
He's not supposed to. He's supposed to just die.
The next episode, they put him in that time loop, and Sif, which I thought was fun,
Keeps kicking his ass.
keeps kicking his ass, and she keeps saying to him over and over again,
You will never find love.
"You will die alone. You will die alone."
Yep.
This whole thing, and I'm like,
And he finds it, and that creates a Nexus event because he was never supposed to find love. Now it all comes together. So I'm exactly right. He knows Thanos is going to kill him.
he does, yes, because he saw it in a video.
Right. Was anybody else super pumped that Mobius rolls up in a pizza delivery car?
Fuck
You know
yes.
what I mean?
Fuck
Had a
yes.
fucking sign on
I
top
don't,
of it
and
and
I'm like a
everything.
dummy because that car's driving towards her, and I'm like, "Oh my god, who's in that car?
I had
Who's
no
it gonna
idea.
be?"
I was like, there was no way that I ever thought it was Mobius.
I didn't
I thought
either,
it was
'cause I'm
Loki.
so dumb.
You know? Marty!
Did you see?
It should have been Doc Brown. That's who it should have been.
Did you see Throg, the Thor frog?
in the little jar?
Yeah,
and
they had a little jar when they were panning down.
I loved it.
Through,
Yeah.
they was like jumping up and shit.
So good.
Like
Loved
no
it.
fucking way, man.
Yeah.
They're just
That's what
hitting it.
they're like.
It's like they know their shit or something.
That's I know Disney money. I understand that. But I really feel like they have some of the smartest writers in a room writing this shit. And like they're just like, "Hey, old time fans, guess what they want? They want Loki in his fucking classic costume."
Right, green and obnoxious yellow.
Yeah. We're giving them Frog Thor. We're going to give them all this stuff, but guess what else we're going to do? We're going to write this beautiful fucking story.
They made me give a shit about a fucking alligator Loki. Like I fucking love that. Like I hope that thing keeps going on. Biting off the hand of President Loki, and he's screaming like a bitch. It's just like, oh, this is so good.
When she says to him at the end, "Are you going to stab me in the back?" I'm still sitting here thinking, God, there is a real good chance.
Oh, he's gonna stab her in the back, all right.
He is Loki. I mean, but like you want to believe that he's come around, but who knows what's going to happen in the last episode? Like what? Because they're on their way to whatever that place is, and whoever they're going to
excited
meet,
about that.
and
The wizard.
and it's so crazy because like Loki didn't know that he had that power to enchant, but she's like, "You're me, we can do it." But like in other movies, he did that. Like he touched people in their head and like changed them and shit. So like that version must have found out that he could do that.
I think he had
No,
the
that was the
scepter, though.
Tesseract.
He had the.
I thought there was in
Oh
one
no,
of the-
you very well could be right.
in one of the
too. Yeah.
breakdown things that I saw.
They showed something.
Yeah, they showed where like he did that. So maybe they're wrong, and I'm just
Well,
no,
no,
or-
but maybe Loki just thought the reason he could do it was because of the Tesseract, when in actuality he could do
Could
it
be as
without
well.
that.
Could
Or it's a different Loki.
No, it can't be. There's only one Loki.
be. It's the same Loki, but
not Loki.
not now.
But
it was. They were the same Loki till now.
True.
This
Yeah.
one found love. Now that we found love, what are we gonna do?
Cody, thoughts?
Yeah.
Take over the time VA.
Do you remember when I think it was a few episodes back, but like something was falling on them, and he like stopped it in the air and like pushed it back.
Yes.
When did he get that power?
And that's just it too. Like he's got like what is that called?
Telekinesis.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird because you think he could have used that a few other times, like conveniently.
This kind of stuff is what makes me think that
It makes you
Loki
want to go
is-
back and watch all these other versions, like all the other movies, and go, all right, what could he do back then?
And even like they said, where that the old creates, and he goes, apparently we're much more powerful than we ever thought. I never that they're on that doom planet, and the shit is, and Loki's like, we survive. That's what we do. I never felt like Loki was afraid. Like, and there's a part of me that is going where like Sylvie was defeated. Like she's like, we're gonna die on this rock. We're never gonna. And Loki never. Don't get me wrong. They had their moment there, but I still am sitting there watching him going, and he's one of my favorite characters. Like I've said it, Captain America. Shit, he pushes Stark for me even.
Yeah.
Loki is right up there for me.
He's been a great character throughout all of the MCU. Like he's probably the best villain. I mean, I really liked Thanos, but we only got a little bit of him.
Yeah.
So now they need to make a Thanos series.
Oh my god.
God, wouldn't that be cool?
Pete, if they did it and they did the books we read recently,
He better
Thanos,
be driving that Thanos copter.
How funny was that?
I know, finding that
So
bitch.
stupid.
There's so much stuff. You gotta watch those breakdown videos.
I should do
because they point out all these things you didn't know. Like the Avengers Tower that was broken down actually had like the name Kang, something with
Something
Kang. He
Kang,
had
yeah.
something in the
Yeah.
comics where he had a corporation or something, and it's like stuff like that where it just leads you like, are those just Easter eggs, or is there like
Is this where it's headed?
yeah, like fuck,
Yeah.
I love you guys, you're
Do you
pissing
feel
me
like
off.
that
though.
you should wait until after like you watch all the episodes though to then watch those?
No, they do a breakdown for each episode, and it's done nothing but help me and prepare me for the next one. So it doesn't. I don't think it hurts. Or I don't think it hurts.
Do the videos you're watching, are they interjecting their opinion, or are they just
Fact.
sharing facts?
Just facts.
Okay.
They do throw in opinion, but they make sure they explicitly say this is our thought. There was one guy who was like, all signs were pointing to Mephisto for the other thing. He goes, and he makes fun of himself. He's like, so I don't even know what to expect now. He's
Yeah.
like, I thought this before, but
So, Cody, I understand what you're saying on that. I struggle. I don't want to watch those things because part of the enjoyment for me is trying to figure out things and then enjoying the excitement when I'm like, I was right, or I was like, what the fuck?
yeah.
I
mean, I don't think that if you waited till you watched all the episodes and then went back and watched individual breakdowns for each one, I'm sure it'd be just fine that way too. But as soon as I watch the episode, I go, all right, I know I missed a whole bunch and I didn't understand some of that because I'm dumb or whatever. Yeah. So then I will watch those and they'll explain, oh, well, this is what happened. Oh, okay. All right.
I never
So
saw
nuts of
Thor Frog, so
Oh, it was quick. It was quick.
Yeah, it was really quick.
dirt.
I saw something happening
They're
and I'm like,
climbing down the ladder into their little escape hatch thing area, and in the dirt there literally is a jar buried, and there's a frog Thor jumping up and down in it. It was freaking cool.
Yeah.
And a hammer buried, right next to
I
it.
saw the hammer.
Yeah. Yep. I know we got one episode left, and one episode could totally change a lot of things. Where is this fitting in for you in your tier of, so like the three of them, the three shows, or even the MCU, your tier?
I loved WandaVision so much, but I like this one. To me, I think it's just because of the character himself. Loki, I really like Loki, so I think I'm liking this show more. And there's a lot more, maybe not more character development, but more obvious character development. So I think I'm with Loki right now.
Peter?
I was watching the
He saw bright lights and he got
Thor Frog.
distracted.
Cody?
Loki's gonna fuck somebody over. Because that's what Loki does.
That is what he does. Cody, you gotta where you would rank this one?
Rank it within the shows.
Yeah.
This one's by far the best in my opinion.
And that was the question?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like how you tried
Just
though.
the 3 shows?
Yeah, sure.
Was there more than 3 shows?
That's the question.
I love how you're being so impatient
Yeah, I
with me.
wish
The
you
dumbest
guys
guy here is like, oh my god, I can't believe this guy doesn't get what I'm saying.
I wish you guys could see this from my angle because it's just cute.
Jeremy was it was a little bit broader question, but it was too broad anyway, so I didn't want to then ask the rest of it because I was like, okay, where's it fit?
Yeah,
in
it got
3
reeled
shows?
in and it worked. So.
Yes. Yeah. It's not that I was upset with you. It was more the rest of the question didn't matter.
It's hard because it's not apples and oranges.
It's not.
You know? Like, each one of them have their own merits.
Mm-hmm.
So far, character-wise, Loki is character-driven. I really love Loki. But my classic MCU at Cap, for me, you know, when it comes to getting outside the box and taking risk, WandaVision, I mean, it's hard to... They're all 3 different.
They're very
They're all
different.
so great. It's
You
like...
know?
It's these characters we didn't get a lot of backstory on, and they're able to go back and give us some more in different ways, which is kind of how I felt about Black Widow, but I won't go into that because you guys are going to see that today.
1:30, yeah.
Okay.
So what's crazy about the shows for me is it's like the kind of love the one you're with scenario. Like, man, during WandaVision, oh, this is amazing, and then now during Loki, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. It's my favorite when I'm watching it, kind of deal.
Yeah.
So,
Which is totally understandable too.
sure.
I mean, as I was rolling through them, I was like the same way. This one is definitely hitting me different, but
Do we know how many episodes it will be?
One more.
the next one's the last one, Cody.
Gotcha.
Just one left, which I fucking hate.
I hate it too.
I
You're only
hate it.
giving me 6?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And it's just so amazing.
And then what's coming up next? What If is coming out?
Yeah, which will be amazing.
It'll
as
be
well.
cool,
Yep.
but like,
It's different.
yeah, I'm
Not everybody loved What If comics.
that's
Right.
I
a
did.
taste of Marvel to keep us happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, in
Just a
between
little something.
stuff.
Yep.
Right.
But I'll tell you, Black Widow.
It delivered for you.
Yeah, like it kind of falls into the category of like a Doctor Strange or something,
Yeah.
where like once might be enough, maybe twice. But I will tell you that the added characters, especially
Red Guardian.
the Red Guardian, I fucking love that guy.
Yeah.
And then her sister was actually really
That's her
cool.
sister? Fucking spoilers, man.
Well, sister,
come on,
sis-
it's
they're all
pretty-
sisters.
Yeah, they're all
She
sisters.
she will, and she will be, in my opinion, the future of the Black Widow character. So I can't say that because I haven't seen it.
Stick around for the end credits.
Cool.
The after
Always.
credits.
Exciting.
So
Yeah, super fun. I think that's it, boys.
What'd you think of the What If trailer?
the trailer for it for me didn't really do a lot.
No, but I'm super excited. I loved What If comics. It was literally one of my favorite comics.
And they all had like individual, what if this character did this? Is
Mm-hmm.
it blah blah blah? And like, what if
What is this one? Killmonger's?
It looks like
Yeah.
Killmonger saves Stark. He's at that scene, so
Yeah, so I mean, there's going to be some interesting stuff there, but it just sucks because it's just a what if thing. So it's not like it's crucial to the storyline of MCU, which I think because of that people may avoid it. But I'll
I think
watch
they
it.
got people so
I'll
hooked.
check it out. Plus, it's animated,
Yeah.
and people tend to steer away from that too.
It'll be interesting with the
mainstream
numbers.
people, I
It'll be
should say.
interesting what the numbers are like
sure.
for that. Yeah, because I would agree. Like, I don't know how Laura and Amanda feel about these shows. Heidi has loved them, but if I show the trailer for What If, that doesn't get her
Now,
excited.
the second something is animated, I know it's going to be a real hard struggle to get Laura to actually participate in it. So
Which is funny because animation has gotten
so good.
and the stories are so
yeah.
yeah. I gotta watch friggin' anime that Cody just told me I have to watch, or he won't talk to me anymore. But it's also good. Yeah, still a good story.
Well, with that, we're wrapping up episode 220 of the My Wife Is Gonna Kill Me podcast. Good times to be had by all. Thanks for joining us on YouTube this morning. Hope you guys had a good time. Listeners, We love you. We appreciate you. We actually really love you if you're a Patreon supporter.
Hell
and
yeah.
throw money our way. So sad that Steve couldn't be here today. Sorry, I just lied right to your faces. That's my fault.
Right to your ears.
Seducer Cody, co-host Jeremy DeWitt, Travis Bowles. I am Pete McCarthy. And until next time, we'll see you guys in the toy aisle.
Hey, YouTube peeps, we are going to.
Pete's nipples are on point today.
We're gonna go through some of these comments real quick.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
They stuck around through the whole fucking episode, so we might as well.
Oh, I love them. So, Cody, can you go up a little bit? Let's see what we got going here. Probably not that far. Let's just go to their Loki comments. Yeah, definitely. Loki spoilers.
Old
Loki in a
Loki's cool.
spacesuit with antenna horns was great.
In that group scene.
There was one of them.
Yep. And that one of the other Lokis they showed was one in the beginning when they were showing variant Lokis to Loki with like the antlers or whatever. I don't know. I don't remember exactly. God, I can't read that shit. Like, do I need new glasses?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry.
I did like that comment. What if he faked his death? Talk about the old man. One, like, did the old man Loki actually die, or did he fake his death again? And now, when that helmet falls to the ground, was that actually him faking like he was debris?
Oh yeah. And like, what if he's the main guy? I don't know. God, there's so much what ifs.
How the hell does Loki's time travel follow the end game rules that were established about what's the past, present, and future? I don't think you should ever engage in those kind of thoughts.
No. I think they got it figured out, but we don't at all.
Curtis said Kang himself isn't super interesting, but his ties to the Fantastic Four make a potential appearance. Loki. Yeah, I totally agree with that. He's been an Avengers Fantastic Four villain for years.
But like, just throwing in a character just to set up something else seems kind of lame. You know?
Yeah.
No, it worked in. It absolutely worked well in Suicide Squad when they threw the one guy in at the last minute so they could set off his fucking detonator. You know, what was his name? Started with an S. It was like a samurai guy or something, wasn't he? Played by the guy that tries to sell Joe Dirt snakes and sparklers.
David Jones says, I'm pretty sure Pete is a Curly variant.
Wow.
I'd take a Chris Farley variant over that, but yeah.
Curly was a comedic genius.
What?
Curly was a comedic genius.
Curtis says WandaVision was the best because of the payoff. Loki could pass it with an amazing finale. Yeah, I think so. I think the Falcon and Winter Soldier felt like just like an MCU thing, like a offshoot of a movie.
Yeah.
Right, and so I mean it definitely was that nice candy that we like, but
Yeah.
the other two shows have kind of been a little bit deeper.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. We're going to go check out Black Widow. I guess without Jeremy because he was too cool to deal with us.
Yeah, I got it on Disney Plus the other night. The family.
Oh, you paid for it at home, huh?
Yeah, we wanted to watch it, so
I like it. Good call.
It's kind of hard not to. I had to know what was going on,
Dude,
what the story was.
I totally
It just sucks because it's like she's fucking dead. It was now you give us her solo movie after she's dead and there's nothing else to do with her.
When
like,
is she dead?
Well.
I gotta get out of here so I can
Make it.
run kids before the movies.
Sounds good, buddy.
Cool.